this live?
Yeah, we're live.
Is this real life?
It is.
Oh.
Hi.
The Edge.
Whoa. Hey, guys.
Hey, hi.
Hey, hi. Ooh.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, guys. Howdy.
Hi, guys. Let's tell people we're broadcasting.
Hey, we're broadcasting.
Working on.
We just did.
Yeah, done.
We're working on that.
We're gone, done, did it.
No, but I mean the other places.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yes.
Not us
Freshing our
saying,
YouTube site.
hi, guys, we're
frantically.
broadcasting. We have
Hey,
to
how's
say
it
it
There
going?
it is.
on
Look
the-
at that.
Oh, cool. They didn't bring back Just Show Chat yet. Awesome.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Why would they? Hey,
Gone forever.
this vengeance is rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Posting shit on the internet. Yeah.
.tumblr.com.
Sharing links and shit.
YouTube.com /BMFcast.
Mm-hmm.
Margarita. Stop it.
What? Hey. What?
It's a live. It's a live stream. I got my mind set on you.
So ready to retweet something.
I'm almost done.
I'm
I already,
I'm
I
waiting
already
on that
done
retweet.
posted it on the Facebook. It's there, man.
Oh, let's reface it. Or whatever you do on there.
What?
Reshare it on Facebook. Reface it on
I
ShareBook.
don't know how that works.
I know you
I
don't
do.
have a Facebook account.
I don't know what it is.
It's a website.
Cool.
So should we just leave caps lock on for everything that we type in the comments?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I'm done now. I'm done capitalizing.
Caps lock.
Caps lock is
Watch
cruise
this, I'm
control
gonna
for
like it.
awesome.
And
I retweeted it.
I did too.
good work.
Thank you.
So internet,
Hello, Internet.
we're ready.
Hey,
for
what's up, Internet?
interneting.
What else is going on in the world tonight to where people aren't watching the live stream?
Well, time. I mean, we need to give them a little bit of time to get here. Just a smidge.
A skosh?
Yeah. As we just told people that it's here.
I know, but then there's almost always like something going on.
There is generally something going on.
Yeah.
Chuck, you are correct.
Every night of the week, something is happening.
Yeah, I know. Just wonder what this tonight's
Every
thing
day of your
is.
life.
That's why we have 24-hour news, because there's always something going on.
Oh, that is true. So true.
There's always
they're
something there to
never,
remind
ever,
you.
ever padding their runtime.
No.
Attempting to create news where there is none.
BJ shared a link.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I got my mind set on
Do
I
you?
got my mind set on
people who like this also like Savage Weekend.
That sounds good.
Savage Weekend.
Ooh, The Park is Mine. Been wanting to watch that for a while.
Man, is that like a
Yeah.
Wonder Years marathon?
Savage Weekend.
Dangerously
Weekend.
close.
Jokes.
Yep.
Ooh, rewind. Oh, that's a documentary.
What?
No.
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 Yeah.
God, that poster for The Park is Mine is so good.
For which one?
The Park is Mine. That Tommy Lee Jones TV movie.
Best thing is it's art for a TV movie.
Yeah.
Someone actually did art just for the VHS box.
Man, I would do that. I would totally do that.
Although it might have been like an ad in TV Guide or something.
Might have been.
They used to do that.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I like how Wikipedia describes the original script of the film. The
Yeah.
film's script
Written.
initial premise centered around a young boy that created special monster trucks in order to eliminate drunk drivers.
Oh, they changed that a little bit.
I actually kind of like that. Like, pure just vengeance, not for any reason. Just,
Hey, you're drunk. You're
yeah.
Time to
dead.
die. Monster truck.
the
will
only
kill you.
casualty will be you. Or something like that. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Something.
Something.
Hey, you want to make a podcast?
I
oh,
do.
man. You ready to go?
I just asking.
You ready to do some talking?
Just, I'm
Talking
just
to talk.
asking.
Let's cast some pods, motherfucker.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
It's on now.
I think it was just challenged.
Blood thou.
I still feel kind of challenged.
Time to cast it.
Are we jousting?
An allusion to one of the worst scenes ever.
What?
Best scenes ever.
That's
It's a great scene.
Really?
Yes.
yes, it is. There is no argument.
What are you guys talking about?
Knight's Tale.
Yeah. A Knight's Tale.
Oh,
Just one of them. There were going to be more.
I remember that.
Anywho. Ready?
Rolleth
Good?
my
Yes.
eyes at thee.
Ew.
Well, I spit in your general direction.
I roll for dodge.
Oh. I wrote for Ford.
I roll for the Raminator.
Anyway.
Yeah?
How about
See?
somebody clap?
'Cause it's done. Oh, God damn it. Rusty, I haven't clapped in a while.
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey, BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Episode 243.
Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah.
Them's are numbers.
I know. We're getting on up there. So I'm,
about right.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. Come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then they get ratings. And good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies, they get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Hooray, Robot Jocks.
And the bad movies. Doesn't stay away, they get a negative sliding scale. 1 to 5 bags of some douchebags after Twilight.
Yeah, that's
That is not a good movie.
Boo.
it's a disappointing movie.
So, I don't know. I'm not gonna Freedom Month. It doesn't
Freedom
matter.
Month.
How we got to this movie doesn't matter. We got the 1987's Rolling Vengeance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Starring Ned Beatty.
Yeah, and some people.
Yeah. And people.
And others.
So, very quick plot summary, and we'll get on to talking more about this one. And you might know where our feelings go just based on part of this plot summary here. A truck driver builds a special 18-ton truck to help get revenge after the rednecks who killed his family and raped his girlfriend.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Rolling.
Vengeance. The only way vengeance can be dealt. Through monster trucks.
Yes.
Sure.
It's the only way, how about it's the only way it should be dealt with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster trucks are God's implement of revenge.
Yes.
At least according to this movie.
No, I read that somewhere.
Yeah, it was Leviticus, I think.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's always,
Leviticus.
when in doubt, Leviticus.
Thou shalt wreak thy revenge upon thine enemies.
And thou
With the
smitest
monster
the-
truck.
And you shall layeth the cars 40 cupids by 60 cupids.
50-inch tires.
Yeah.
Thou shalt layeth the vengeance upon thine enemies
Yes.
with the monster truck of thy
Yes.
Lord.
But yeah, that's a pretty good premise to sell us on.
Yeah.
Vengeance through monster truck.
Yes.
Really? I mean, well, no, it just let me get there. You kind of get me with monster truck movie. Like, you don't even have to involve vengeance in the equation. But once you do, oh boy, do you get me.
Oh boy.
You get
Oh, boy.
you
Oh,
get
boy.
extra me.
You get so much
you get
BJ.
all of me.
Bonus, DJ.
Yes, mega BJ.
BJ all
Wait,
over
what?
the place.
Yes, all over everything.
So,
Yeah, Rolling Vengeance.
Yeah. It's a movie.
First starts off as a touching tale between a father and a son who are trucking.
Yeah.
They're doing the trucking.
They are.
They keep on.
They do.
And basically he's trying to involve his boy in the family business.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to teach him how to drive a truck, and that involves originally making a delivery of a little bit of beer and a whole lot of Jack Daniels to Tiny's shitty dance bar in the middle of
That's not the official name of the bar.
Fuckville, Ohio.
Tiny's shitty dance bar.
Yeah.
Tiny's dance bar saloon,
Yes.
perhaps.
Fun.
And Tiny is Ned Beatty.
Well,
Yes.
he's a man. He's a
Oh, he also sells used cars.
yeah. He also has
He's
a
an
used car lot.
entrepreneur.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's an
Many
entrepreneur.
Talents.
Businessman.
A
He's a
Jack
businessman.
of all,
But-
a Jack Daniels of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the most important aspect of Ned Beatty's character
Uh-huh.
is he has Wolverine's haircut.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
He also has a sign that's someone hand drew a Ned Beatty caricature and then put Tiny on it, which I'm hoping he has this wooden sign somewhere if it didn't get crushed by a monster truck.
He got wrecked by a fucking monster truck.
I hope they had a spare. They had to have had a
might have
spare
had a
for take 2.
But so they're delivering there, and there's a little bit of like the kid's not great at driving the truck yet, so like he misses the back end once, and then we have to sit there and watch him pull forward and try again, and then he bumps the loading dock, which causes like 2 cases to fall out, and Junior Tiny is like, fucking shit, goddamn piece of shit, and he's like, whoa. We'll pay for the
Junior Tiny.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Tiny Junior.
Yeah, minuscule. I don't know, whatever his name is.
Little Tiny.
Yeah, Little Ty. Little Ty. No, Little Ty is somebody else. That's another character in the movie. Anyway, so Ned Beatty kind of comes out and he's like, oh, shit happens. He'll pay for the drinks. It kind of just establishing right away the Boyd. Is that their last name? Boyd? The Boyds?
Yes.
Yeah, the Boyds are just basically straight up assholes, especially the younger down the generation gap they go.
Yeah.
The Doyles.
Doyles.
Sorry,
Doyles.
Oh, Doyle rules.
Yes, they're a collection of assholes.
Yes. A gaggle.
A gaggle of assholes. Yeah. A murder of assholes.
That's my Creed cover band. Collection of assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're the worst people on the planet.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I mean, Ned Beatty is trying to come off like he's the good guy, but it's just look at him. He's a scumbucket too.
Yeah, he is.
Because also, I don't know, the women's league or something like that comes up. It's basically mad. It's the church ladies are like, you drunk drivers come out of here all the time and almost kill people, and someone was killed the other day, and we want to leave these flyers. And he's like, private property, get out of here. Hey, except for you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You could actually probably dance here if you want to.
He's like, they're not drunk, they're intoxicated on the fun had here at Tiny's, and hey, why don't you come dance for us, lady?
Yeah, well, like to the one of the younger girls, and he's like hanging on her door, and she's like, pig. And then cut to the family scene of Big Joe. Big Joe and son.
Big Joe.
Basically, like he gets them home, and he's like, yeah, pretty good job today, not too bad. I bought a new truck. Now it's Big Joe and Son Trucking Company. You get my old shitty truck.
He reveals it like, hey, I got a surprise for you.
Yeah.
Check out this new truck.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Yeah.
You get the old truck.
Right. That's good. You don't want to spoil
And
my life.
yeah. He's very pleased with it because, hey, truck.
Yeah, fucking truck. Yeah.
Having a truck is awesome.
It also happens to be like his little sister's birthday, because so they're having cake and stuff too. It's just celebration all around. It's like now we have
best day ever.
Father and son trucking. The mom got his dad a jacket.
Yep.
It's little sister's birthday, and then like girlfriend comes over. That was the same girl that Ned Beatty was hitting on.
Yeah.
And, he's like, I love you. Oh well.
Let's go out to the barn.
Go out to the barn and not have the sex.
Right. I'll take you for a ride in my dad's new truck.
Yeah. But, typical family home life. Well, sort of typical family home life until dad goes to tuck the birthday girl into bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
And we get our first, what?
Yeah.
Scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, she's 6 maybe. I don't know. And
Yeah.
she's like, Dad, when am I going to get boobs? And he's like,
I don't know. But look at the time.
The funny thing is, he reacts like you would as a dad to a girl that young. A couple years.
Sometime.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want big ones like Dolly Parton. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to leave now.
Gotta go.
Good talk.
I am never
Good
talking
talk.
to you again.
Young and pregnant.
He basically did a Louis C.K. routine about 10 years before anybody ever seen him. So
Yeah.
But yeah. So he kind of backs out of the door and...
Yeah, he's just like, gosh.
Gotta go.
I'm leaving. But
by now we've established that
truck
their home
things.
life is way too happy
Yes.
and going way too well
Especially in a
for
movie
them
called
not
Vengeance.
to all
Yeah.
get killed.
Yeah.
Even if that wasn't the name of the movie, even if we didn't know the premise of the movie,
Oh, sure. Any movie.
watching this, you'd be like, man, things are going way too well.
If it had been an ABC Family movie, I think they'd been okay.
No, they would have been an Angel Dust.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Hidden Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, so the fun continues the next day. They're all just like, hey, we're gonna go do our things and we're all gonna have fun, and
Yeah, me and the boy were going to work, and
y'all are going to the store.
Yeah,
and,
get in your shitty station wagon.
yeah,
go
just
to
hugs
town,
all
ladies.
around, and we love each other. It's the best family ever. Bye.
Good times. Nothing ever could go wrong
Nope.
here.
And before that, there was when they were coming back from Tiny's to hit the celebration. Tiny's idiot sons, are threatening them, driving in front of them with their truck, throwing
Mm-hmm.
beer at them. And the son kind of flips out a little bit and clips the back of the car, which his dad kind of gave him shit for. It's like, look, we don't need any trouble. Just don't do that, and don't fuck up my truck.
The dad knows these are not the guys you fuck with.
Right. But they just have a history of, if they're not sitting in the bar getting drunk, they're out driving around fucking with people because...
Yeah. They're a cross between drunks, 12-year-olds, and bikers.
Yeah.
Because as we've learned in all our movies, bikers are assholes.
Yes.
And these guys are
are the worst.
Ultra bikers. Except they don't have bikes.
No. One does. One rolled up on that dirt bike.
That is true. But still, it holds true. They are biker, asshole 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because like the mom and kid, they're going to the store, and then all of a sudden, there they are in the truck, drinking their beers. And the mom forgets how to drive. She just instantly turns into, I'm glued to this truck somehow.
Yeah.
She drives so poorly, it's you kind of wonder if she ever knew how to drive.
It's comical. It's really comical how badly she's driving.
Maybe she had just learned to drive.
Maybe the dad had just taught her.
Nervous condition.
Yeah. Maybe the son did all the driving.
It was a combination of this.
Yeah.
Well, her only condition in being nervous is that she doesn't know how to express as an actress that she's nervous.
Right. She's just constantly looking in the rearview mirror like,
Because this truck has rolled up behind them, done the swerve around them, throwing beer bottles at their window. That's like their first move. Like, throw beer bottles at the window so they smash all over. The little girls are screaming, and she's just...
dead face.
I wonder if I should hit the brakes or something.
Turn around or something.
Yeah. But then she passes them. Like, if they're doing this and they're just flooring it and going, woo, yelling, why would you speed up and try and get past this person?
Pro tip to actual listener land. If you ever encounter a drunk driver, you turn off the road. You be 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late is better than being late.
Right.
Yeah. But what she does is she decides, I'm going to pass them.
Yeah.
So she passes them. And they go, oh, I see how that is. And so they begin to ram her from behind, where the kids are screaming. And then so she kind of lets them pass her, to which they pull ahead and then stop so that she has to stop.
Which is dumb.
And
she doesn't have to stop.
Yeah, she does not have to stop. She can go right around them.
Yeah, because as soon as they come to a stop, you whip around them and you go.
Yeah, but no, she stops and they all get out and start walking towards the car and walk around and say, and her advice to the kids is lock the doors and roll up the windows.
Yeah. Right. Not throw the fucker in reverse and peel out of there as soon as the driver's out of the car.
Yeah.
So
and run him over. I mean, seriously.
The one guy basically shatters the window with what looks like a screwdriver or something.
Oh, he's got one of those it's a window, that's what it's for.
Window breaker. Yeah. Is that what this is called? Is it called a window breaker?
Yeah, it's just a thing that it basically creates a vibration that'll shatter a window. Yeah, you just push on it.
Well, it's like a point, and it's spring-loaded, and it pops and smashes the window.
How much does one of these cost?
They're in most roadside emergency kits.
Yeah.
You can actually do the same thing with the little plastic piece on a spark plug, too. Something about what it's made out of. If you flick it at a window, it'll break it almost immediately.
Well,
I'm learning all sorts
breaking
of cool
a window,
shit.
like breaking a car window. It's all about like focusing a large amount of force on a very small point. So you can do it with, like if you have a pocket knife, you can punch it. It's fairly easy.
So if I'm going to dive my way through a windshield, I should have one of those first.
No, you're going to get fucked.
Windshield's different.
Yeah, windshield is also different.
Well, plus if you're diving out, the windshield generally is meant to release from the inside.
This is a car window.
I was just thinking Saints Row style, like.
Well, I'm just saying they are meant to fall out instead of in.
Yeah. So I would just bounce off and then die.
Yeah, you can't do the like
instead of just
coolly
sliding into the driver's seat.
build a monster truck and vengeance.
All right.
You.
Yes,
I like the idea.
We were probably going to do that anyway.
Yeah, just for funsies.
All right, but either way, this guy shatters the window, and then
she's still like, "Oh,"
and she's like, "Oh, this is not good."
Yeah,
not. Hey, the car's still running. Let's throw the shit in reverse and get out of here.
No,
she flips out. She's like, "Oh,"
but no,
it's flooded.
Yeah, he tongues her face.
Yeah,
and then she's like, and pushes.
Then she realizes, oh shit, this car has reverse. I gotta go.
Yeah, I think she bit his lip too, and then was like,
that's
fuck you, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I appreciate that she let it get to that point.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Come on, but yeah. So she drives away, and then it's very, oh. And the kids are acting way better than her because they're screaming like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die!"
Yeah,
she's just like,
They read the script. So.
Right. Yeah, they knew.
And she's just like, "Oh my god, we're going
She was
to
in
die.
denial. She was like, no, I'm staying in this movie.
Yeah, and they're like, drive faster, drive
I
faster.
will not be.
And I swear, she's going like 40 miles an hour. It's like, yeah, I don't want to get a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set an example for the girls. You don't
Yeah.
exceed the speed limit. I can go 10 miles over because I'm in the passing lane, but otherwise.
Yeah. And even though this is like 10 minutes into the movie, the third instance of cars being side by side on a highway where another car is now coming in the oncoming lane.
Yeah.
This is the third time this has happened in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, because didn't she pulled to the side, like she pulled into the oncoming lane.
Yeah.
Because they had been ramming her from behind.
Right. She's
So
trying
she
to
was
get around.
Yeah. And so, but then keeps going the same speed as them.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't speed up, doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
I think it's implied that she tried to speed up, but they sped up with her or something.
That is the implication. Because then in the other lane is Steve, not like the bird, but
Yeah.
Steve,
Their
trucker friend.
trucker buddy.
He's buddies with Tiny Joe or whoever the the son's name is. Just, trucking, doing his thing, not paying any attention to anything in front of him while she's not paying any attention to anything in front of her. She finally tries to come to a stop, to which she, slides sideways and just gets T-boned by the semi.
Yeah.
And then goes over
Down a culvert or
yeah.
something.
And just
In a slow
motion tumble
Yeah.
a few times, and we're like, well,
We kept counting down to the explosion.
Yeah.
It got deducted to jocks for not
Sure.
exploding.
but when the car
No.
comes to rest, immediately cut to 3 coffins
Yep.
at the cemetery, and it's like, well,
We didn't even get a chance to grieve before
no,
they were throwing him in the ground.
Yeah. So Big Joe and Little Joe are kind of like, well, fuck, this
Yeah.
is some bullshit.
Yeah. And then pretty much there's a little bit of the girlfriend coming by being like, "Oh, I hope everything's okay." He's like,
Yeah, here's a
"Yeah,
casserole."
aside from the rest of
Yeah.
my family being dead, we're cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the casserole."
Yeah. How's your dad? Oh, he's peachy. Thanks.
Yeah.
He's super.
Yeah.
He's also not here.
He keeps going to the little girl's room and talking about Dolly Parton. It's really freaking us out.
Well, he does go in the room and like turn on every music box that the kid had, which just
He's grieving.
he's
Well, our best joke, we were like, because Little Joe walks in from behind, and he's like, "Dad, get out of my room." Where it's like all these clowns and penguins and unicorns and shit.
yeah. But anyway,
then it's the trial.
then it's the trial
Yeah.
in which they say, "Oh, this woman, she tried to pass us and it was just the wrong time."
And the
And
judge
then-
was like, "Were you drunk?" And it was like, "Yeah,
Couple
but
beers.
no big deal."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the lawyer's like,
It was the 80s.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
come on.
Seriously, Your Honor, we have drive-through liquor stores.
Yeah.
What precedent is that?
I mean, huh?
Yeah.
And the judge is sort
I mean,
of like,
come on, everybody does it.
yeah.
I
And the
mean,
judge was like, "You're right. Everyone does do it."
He's like,
You're free to go.
right. It's
Well,
the power of the
they get
judicial
Steve-
system.
They get Steve on the stand, and he's like, "Yeah, like I saw her try to speed up, and they sped up, and when she tried to slow down, they slowed down, and
Oh, then the guy
And-
pulls
and
a
I saw-
fucking Johnny Cochran. He's like,
Yeah.
"Did you see him push on the accelerator?" It's like, well, no, because it's down in the floorboard
Yeah.
of a car.
He's like, "I rest my case."
Yeah.
and the judge is like, well, man, you guys don't have enough evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit."
It's like, "I'm sorry. I sympathize."
He's
If you
like,
didn't
but-
see it, you must acquit.
And he's like, "Yeah, but you were drunk, so I'm gonna have to fine you like $300."
Yeah.
And he
you
had to go to
know,
rehab, theoretically.
yeah.
And if you go to
He
rehab,
said
you don't
no,
have.
no,
he basically
no.
said if you go to rehab, you don't have to go to jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
So
the
he got the
charge was
celebrity
a year.
To which Big Joe is just like, what the fuck? Middle of the trial, and he's like, sir, you need to calm down. He's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
This dude
This
killed my
motherfucker
family.
killed my wife, motherfucker.
Yeah, we should hang him up by his balls.
And all the
Literally
women
what
in
he
the audience
says.
go, "Yeah."
Yeah, you get
hang him
everyone
by
in
his
the chair.
balls.
Yeah, all the mad women just, "Fuck yeah."
We're mad.
Yeah. And the
But the
judge is
judge
like,
is
"Look,
like-
I don't make the law."
Yeah,
I was like, "Well, you enforce it, and they
The
broke
judge is
it."
like, the judge is just like, don't hate the player, hate the
Yeah,
game,
it's
man.
like, I don't know what to tell you. Just get out of here.
I don't do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really drunk, so
Yeah.
you could all just leave.
But then, like,
Hey,
immediately,
don't judge me.
immediately,
I judge you.
Ned Beatty and his kids are all they just immediately turn into worst people. Like, they haven't even left
They didn't
court
turn
yet.
into the worst people. They just
No,
extend their worst.
But they were kind of pretending throughout the course of the trial to just be decent people. But as soon as they get that kind of not guilty verdict, they're just like, "Ha ha ha, we're gonna fuck shit up."
yeah.
And
like,
everyone's
like
just
the one
like,
is practically dancing his way out of the courtroom, and then they're getting in the car and they're like, "Hey guys,
sorry about your family. Woo, beep, beep.
yeah."
See you at the hospital.
Well, and Ned Beatty basically fires him. He's like, "Yeah, I guess we're not going to need your services anymore, delivering
Wait,
shit."
did he not? He did say, "See you at the hospital," right?
Yeah.
Was he like telling him the future of the own movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so.
kind of.
I just realized that. Like, what does that line mean in any other context?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
maybe
from
he
this
meant,
point, what?
Well, that's where he was supposed to have his treatment.
Oh,
His
Maybe.
drug, his alcohol
okay, maybe
treatment.
that's what
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah.
either way,
Yeah,
it's a dick move.
Yeah.
sure.
But then,
But really, the situation for them should be over. Like, they should be like, okay, we got away with it. Let's stop fucking with them. Mm-hmm. We don't need to be fucking with them anymore.
yeah, but then this family, the Rossos,
Yeah.
they clearly make poor decisions because the dad's like driving by Tiny's bar, and he's like, "I need a drink. Let's go inside for a drink."
Yeah.
And the son's just like, "Yeah, Dad, that's a great idea. Let's do that." So of course they go in, and Ned Beatty's like, "Huh?"
Well, as they're
See
going
them
in, the
over
guy
there?
slips a crescent wrench. The dad slips a
Yeah.
crescent wrench into his cowboy boot.
Yep.
Right. But now,
They get in there, and Ned Beatty's just like, "Huh? They're over there."
yes, but like at that point, like even though they're like, oh, they're probably coming in here to fuck shit up. Ned Beatty and those kids should have been not antagonistic at all.
Oh, no.
They
Oh,
should have just been like, okay, look, sorry it happened here. Have a beer. But they order drinks, and then what's the lead son's name?
Minuscule. I don't know. Whatever.
Vic. Or whatever.
Little
Vic.
tie.
Yeah, he brings them 2 beers, drinks the one he was going to give to the dad, and tells him it'll be ready for him in 20 minutes, and then pours the other one on Junior's head, which, I mean, what? You're begging to get your ass beat at that point.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
he kind of does.
Yes, because that's what happens.
Yeah, they get the shit kicked out of
It's
them by
punching and wrenching to the
and
face.
the Donnybrook breaks out.
Not really.
There's a lot of people fighting that are not directly related to the family.
But there's
There
a large
really
group
only
of
a
people just
few-
standing there like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, there's people by the door because Steve happened. He was at the trial. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry," and
they're like,
Joe's
fuck
just like,
you.
"Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
You killed him." And he's like, "Dude,
You're a dirty trucker.
yeah." He's like, God, what is he? He tells him something. He's like, "You driving? You got a stick of dynamite up your butt or something." And it's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Like,
So they're just lashing
you know
out at
who the
everybody.
villains clearly are, but
Yeah.
but either way, Steve shows up and he's like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, and he sees their car parked in front. He's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
So he goes in, and then there's people that just like standing around watching. He's like, "Hey, man, it's a Donnybrook. You got to get in this." Mm-hmm. But he shoves him out of the way, and eventually Ned Beatty's like, "All right, they're gonna break something." So grabs a shotgun, shoots it in the air, and he's like, "Everybody, get the fuck out of here!" And to which the dad hits him with the wrench,
Yeah.
like basically breaks his arm. But Steve gets the shotgun, and then suddenly Ned's like, "Oh man, we're all cool here.
Yeah. Hey,
Everything's great."
sorry about
Hey,
pouring the beer on you and murdering your family.
yeah.
Sorry. And they're just like, okay, then we're going home. We have done
But
what
yeah,
we
they
need to
back
do.
out and immediately. They're like, "You're cool, Steve.
Yeah.
We're good now.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Steve.
You may have accidentally killed the rest of our family, but we're good."
God bless you, Steve.
He may have been the hand that murdered them, but it was forced. We're going to give you that. It
Yeah.
was,
Once again, not hating the player, hating the game.
So they go home, and the dad is just like, well, I guess I'll just stand out on the porch and get murdered. I mean, he goes outside and is just looking around like, I guess it's coming.
well, he has
Yeah.
he has to walk outside and listen to his son working away
Right.
in the barn, which we still to this point have not
No.
seen what it is, his big project that he's working on out there.
He said like he was working on it for nationals or something, like
Yeah.
some sort of science fair or something.
Or
But-
dance contest. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea what's happening. But then, so they go off a trucking, as they, that's their job.
They have to keep on.
Yeah, and so they're both in their respective trucks, and they're going under an overpass, and you see all the dickhead tiny sons on the overpass with cement bricks, blocks.
Brick blocks.
Yeah. And they just start raining these things down on them, like
yeah.
hitting the cars in front of them, and then those trucks, and so like Junior, his truck just fucking, or no, the dad's truck is the one that
Yeah.
Dad's
Goes out.
truck jackknives, and he
Jackknives.
goes and skidding off the road and Junior goes bolting over and pulls his dad out, and it's just like, why? and they're just like, woo!
Yeah, they're all just like, fuck yeah, we are murdering motherfuckers.
Yeah. And then, cut to now dad's in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's not dead
No.
yet. And he's in the hospital. So they've now done this. And it's like, and this is when it's like, it becomes, murder gear up montage time.
Yes, it does.
He's like, all right, I'm upset now. I'm in the hospital. Dad's in the hospital. All right, time to go back to work in the barn.
Yep.
Time to go home and make a murder truck.
Yes. And it's shots of him welding and then going to the scrapyard and getting a thing. It's like, ooh, look at that thing. It's like he gets a periscope and, a big,
an actual real ass periscope.
yeah.
That's kind of
Well, it's
crazy.
it's like army trucks
Yeah.
in this junkyard. So he's got tank doors and stuff, and he's just
He gets
welding.
an auger.
Yeah, we still don't know what he's welding, but he's welding the shit out of all this cool stuff he's finding.
Yeah, and he eventually picks up a giant ass drill.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill somebody with this.
And you see him hooking the power up to it and testing it. We're like, oh.
Yeah, it's got a 2-switch system. Like, one turns it on, and I think the other one, pushes it forward. Like,
Yeah.
it comes out of the bottom of the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it in the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then-
but this truck has 6-foot tires.
Yes.
Oh, they're enormous. They are monster tires.
Yes.
And the cab is almost it looks like a safe.
It's like a crane cabin. Like
Yeah,
they've just
kinda.
taken one of those, just some construction vehicle cabin and stuck it on top of this
Yeah.
And then
wheels.
But
added
he's
a
welded,
shitload of armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's put armor all around it.
Yep.
But still, the thing kind of looks like the base of a semi-truck.
Yeah,
mean-
it's probably made from
Yeah.
a semi truck.
Yeah. From the remnants of his dad's truck.
Yeah. But the crowning achievement of it is it has, well, the drill is obviously the crowning achievement, but
Sure.
the other crowning achievement,
The nice
The actual
cosmetic touch.
crowning achievement.
yeah, is the exhaust pipes just bursting flame
Yep.
Yes.
constantly.
Yep.
That's probably just a cosmetic thing because I don't know.
It doesn't really help with much.
But it looks fucking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because man,
And
this
just-
thing
you
rolls
have to
out of the
strike
barn.
fear in their hearts.
Yeah, half of kill truck is or murder wagon, whichever we're calling it.
Hi, I'm Kill Truck Murder Wagon.
Hello, I'm Kill Truck
Esquire.
Murder Wagon. You may recognize me from such movies as
Rolling Vengeance.
Rolling Vengeance. But half of its job is to strike fear into the hearts of ne'er-do-wells.
Which it does.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, so he
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was the instance where he was like, "Let me go kill the first guys."
Well,
drives it to Tiny's.
yeah, he
first.
takes it to Tiny's
that's
and he's
right.
like,
He smashes up the used car lot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drives over all
he
the
drives.
cars.
Yeah,
Each
he's
row.
got like two or three rows of shitty old cars.
Yeah.
which it didn't even occur to me until this moment. I was like, oh yeah. That's why they've had these shitty used cars laying around outside Tanny's.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Well,
Tiny's
you-
Cadillac.
somebody
And
drove,
go ahead.
but somebody drove by something like that and was like, we need an excuse to put this in a movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody had that in their
Like-
notebook.
Like that's probably the genesis of this movie is somebody driving by one of those lots going, man,
Wouldn't it be great if...
imagine if the owner was a complete asshole and you built a monster truck and just ramped it all over all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he also crushes Tiny's used car lot shack,
Oh yeah, the sales office or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
which I was very pleased by.
Yeah. And there's one dude, like one of the drunk guys, has wandered out.
Yeah, because they don't hear it inside. Like
No,
the music's
'cause-
cranked up
yeah.
and they don't hear any of this.
But one dude
There's
is
titties.
outside, like, seeing it, and he's just like, and he goes back in and just orders a double. He's like, double anything. I saw the Kill Truck Murder Wagon.
I saw death on
Yeah.
4 wheels.
Which, the best part is, then he just goes back home, and, like, it cut to the next day, where the
cops
police
are
are
like,
there. It's like, well,
"Damn."
someone hates you, Tiny. And he's just like, yeah, well. And they ask him, like, how'd you hurt your arm there?
Oh, Jesus.
Ned
He
Beatty's
said, well, the sheriff says, do you slip in the shower there,
Yeah.
Tiny? He goes,
He goes, yep, I tripped and fell on my dick. To
tripped
which,
on my dick.
and the cop, without missing a beat, goes, I know what you mean. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Cop's pretty good.
Ned Beatty's line was pretty good, but the cop's response was like,
Yeah.
all right, this cop ain't taking no shit. It's like, yeah,
The cop guy's pretty good.
he is pretty good. Yeah.
I
For someone
did-
who gives zero fucks about this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, someone fuck up your cars. Huh? Well,
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
Nah. Tiny, you should probably think about not being a dick to everyone in the fucking world. Then maybe maybe people wouldn't monster truck your fucking used car lot, you piece of shit. Anyway, I gotta go. See you later.
So
Good talk.
they have
Lots of good talks in this movie.
they have a family meeting, and they're like, well, "Who did this?" And it's like, "Well, okay, obviously the list is long, but let's narrow it down to it's probably Steve."
Yeah, well, they say it's either Steve or Little Joe.
Yeah, but they're like, "Let's
Didn't
go."
they have one other guy? Like,
There was a third, but it was just like they
Like
never
the sheriff
addressed
or
that.
something?
Maybe,
Oh.
but so they're basically like, "We're gonna go get Steve." So
had to have been Steve.
yeah, because Steve's trucking along, and then they roll up and do their
That's right.
hillbilly bullshit. You know,
Just in a van.
Two of
Yeah.
them in a van.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with a shotgun.
Right. Just throwing beers at him. And, eventually they come to a stop and are just shooting.
Well,
up
they shoot his
truck.
tire.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they shoot his tire out.
Right.
And they've been shooting at the cab.
Yeah.
But he's been kind of weaving back and forth because, truck versus van, truck's going to win.
Oh yeah, he should have just as soon as like they even rolled down the window, like, hey, I would have just been ram. Fuck this guy.
Like, I already got 3 lives on my conscience,
Right.
so
Yeah.
at least these ones will be worth it.
Yeah.
It cancels it out.
Yeah.
He'd be down to 1.
Right.
It is a good karma trade-off.
Yeah.
But
They shotgun the tire. The truck eventually comes to a stop, and they just start.
but he's
unloading.
frantically calling on the CB as this is happening.
Breaker 19, and that's when.
And it might as well be the bat phone because
Yeah.
Joey hears it and is
Well,
like,
Joey's just listening in.
"Da-da-da-da,
Yeah.
to the murder wagon.
Yeah. So they're shooting up the cab, just unloading shotgun
Oh,
into
yeah.
it, and then they're on a hill. You hear it, and they're like, "What is that?" And just over the hill,
A sleepy bear.
over the hill, you see the flames,
Yeah.
and then just this truck just comes over the hill, and they're just like, "What the fuck is?"
The one guy goes, "Holy shit! The fuck is that?"
So
And this is where Murder Wagon gets its first taste of blood.
yeah, because guy with shotgun is still just standing there trying to shoot it.
Yeah.
Well, he's literally deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Because he's just like, "What the fuck?"
And man, this dummy gets annihilated.
Yes. Yeah, murder truck fucking kills that dummy.
Oh,
Kills it dead.
yeah.
it just rolls right over.
That
I don't
dummy-
think he even really hit him with the wheel. It just kind of like
No,
hit him
bit
with the bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
and
the
then
face.
But
dragged
going
him
at
under.
going at a
But they
decent
had some
speed,
speed when they hit that
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah. So the other guys get
So
in the
imagine-
van.
Yeah, a 65 mile an hour solid steel bumper to the face.
Yeah.
That's what this dummy got.
Yeah.
It deserved it.
So the other guy gets in the van. He's like, "Fuck it," and takes off.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes up behind him with the drill and drills the back door off of the van. And then you see him looking behind him, and you just see the back door spinning on this drill.
Yeah,
He's just
so
like, "What
good."
the fuck?" And
He, like loses control, like
Yeah.
turns sideways somehow.
and then monster truck just fucking runs that cab over,
Yep.
squishing that dummy in
And
there
there's
too.
a slow motion shot of the back tire just hitting the driver's side and just going crunch.
Yep. And it's just like, oh man, they got fucking murdered.
Now the best part is the next day, the cops come to this and they're like, the guy's like, "So what do we need? Are we talking like ambulances and hearses and stuff?" He's like,
Yeah,
he's like, "No,
I
man."
actually wrote this down.
Oh, okay.
I did. He goes, "Hey, we're gonna need an ambulance and a body bag
Yeah.
out there." And he goes, "Oh shit, we're talking a street sweeper and a doggy bag."
Yeah, he's kind of freaking out. He's just like, "You gotta get down here, man. You're not gonna believe it."
Got 2 more bodies here, and holy shit!
Yeah. So Ned Beatty has another family meeting, down 2 sons, and this is like Thanksgiving dinner for them. They've got buckets of chicken and mashed potatoes and everything, and the surviving sons are just they're just like being drunk assholes. And Ned
Let's
Beatty's,
eat.
yeah, Ned Beatty's not having any of it, so he just starts throwing mashed potatoes at all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like, "Paul, what?"
This is important. This means something.
Yeah. And so,
And he's mad because they won't. They need to do the blessing first.
yes, they won't do the blessing. They won't take it seriously.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're hungry. We all need to eat." And he's like, "Your brothers are dead." They're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, but we're hungry." And he's like, "Well, here, then fucking eat it." So
yeah, and they're
he's
like, "No."
slinging mashed potatoes at him.
Yeah. And so
And they-
eventually they get to the prayer, which he then he pauses to name the 2 dead kids.
Can't remember.
Pauses for about 10 seconds and just goes, "Those 2 boys."
Because it's now basically been established that he's basically just been hooking up with the dancers in his club, and
Yeah, 'cause
he
they're
has-
all
he
from
has
different
6
mothers.
different bastards. you
Yeah.
know, that he doesn't care about.
Because at one point he pulls Vic aside and he's just like, "Them other boys, all their mothers were whores, but I liked your mother. You're my favorite."
Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah.
She was special.
I just like that he prays for vengeance on the scum that killed our 2 sons.
Yes.
Sons
and
of
the other
bitches.
son goes, amen.
Yeah.
And he goes, amen. Fucking A. And chugs a beer.
Yeah, and there's like, we're going to need more potatoes.
I done threw all the potatoes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, what happens here is that 2 more sons are sent off to do nefarious things, and
They're like, well, it wasn't Steve,
Yeah.
so obviously it's the other.
so it's Joe.
Yeah, we got to get him.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to his house. He's not there because he's gone to the hospital to see his dad. But the girlfriend has shown up because she's concerned.
She hasn't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, so she
And
goes.
she has shown up at certain points and been like,
Well, they had the sex, and then he
Oh,
basically was
that's
like,
right.
I have to go murder now.
Yeah.
And she's like,
She kind of shows back up. It's like, I haven't heard from you since we had the sex,
Yeah.
But so she shows up, and the 2 sons are there, and bad things happen.
yeah, we have to reset the how many episodes
Yes.
since a rape.
Yeah,
the rape
unfortunately.
clock has been
Unfortunately.
See,
reset.
we've
So-
been trying to avoid it.
Yeah,
We've done so well for so long.
We should
but-
probably avoid movies with vengeance in the title. 'Cause
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Good sometimes.
chance.
Avenging Force didn't have it. did
Well, that was avenging. It's totally different. There was no rape in the Avengers either.
okay, so
it? Okay.
it's
But
case by
either
case
way,
basis.
either way, yes. That she goes there. Joe's not there,
Right.
but magically, the other 2 brothers are there. Like she turns around and suddenly they're on her car.
Right.
Like they
They were just lurking. there
appeared out of
somewhere.
thin air.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, bad things happen to her.
Yep.
Thankfully, they cut that scene very short.
Yes. Because Joe
And
shows up.
Joe shows up afterwards, and she's laying in the bushes, going, "Oh God, help me!"
Yeah, and he picks her up, carries her into the barn,
And he
then-
tells her everything's going to be okay.
"Yeah,
And we're like, "No,
Yeah, I mean,
Joe, no."
there will be some
It's not.
vengeancing, but yeah, you're going to have to go to counseling, Joe."
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, where are you going with that guy?
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
so,
so immediately he's like, "All right,
sit tight. Well,
I'm going to go do some murdering now."
he puts her in the sister's room because that's where we see her later. But yeah, so murder vehicle comes out of the barn, and
And next morning, the 2 of them are like, "Man, that was a good night last night."
yeah, they're like sleeping in a field or something. They're just like, "Well, what do you want to do now?
Yeah,
Let's
they're-
get
they're-
some breakfast."
Yeah.
I mean, these 2 are just the lowest of low. They're just scummy redneck dipshit assholes.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically talking about how great the rape was.
yeah, and it's just
So-
like
and it's like, okay, like we get it. They're
time to
horrible.
die. Yeah.
Like we want them to die.
Yeah.
You've done your job.
You don't have to wait long.
Yeah, because again, you hear the growl, the rumble, and they're like, "What?"
Well, I
the
love how he
shit?"
sneaks up on them with it.
Yeah.
Though, because they're like, man.
It must have a stealth mode or something.
Maybe.
Because when it wants to sneak up on people, it's really
It's
quiet.
really good at that.
But every other time, it's fucking loud as shit.
yeah,
The exhaust pipe spit flame.
Yeah.
Of course it's loud.
yeah,
Maybe the flames muffle them until it's ready to pounce.
maybe.
Or maybe the flames are just loud, like it's quiet, no flames. It sneaks up, it inches its way towards its prey.
Simba, let me teach you how to pounce.
Maybe it's a hybrid. Maybe it sneaks up on them with the
Well,
electric.
he had all those
engine.
switches
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
And just flipped the
Well, maybe there's like
It's a
maybe there was an
hybrid.
SR-17 Blackbird at that junkyard.
Yeah.
He was just like, let me borrow this.
yeah, stealth engine.
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
sounds like
It's
a thing.
all plausible.
Could be.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway.
So he crests the hill,
Yeah.
revving the engine, and they're suddenly like, oh, fuck.
Trying to start the truck won't start. And they're just like, well, no, one of them's gotten out.
No, this is later. They get
Oh, that's
away.
right. Okay, right.
But the truck's waiting.
Yeah.
They get, and they somehow, like, they're on the road, but then they, like, turn off the road into a field or something. Like,
Yeah, they hide behind
Yeah, they're
the
trying to
cornfield.
hide from it.
They have like a 3-minute conversation about
Yeah.
who's chicken shit about getting out and checking to see if it's still there or
Yeah.
whatever.
So the driver gets out
Yeah.
and he goes looking for it.
Yeah.
And suddenly the truck is like, ta-da.
Yeah, and doesn't the truck does it run over the one in the car and then go chasing the guy on foot? Is
Well,
that how
no,
Yes.
what happens is they both get out of the truck and run because they can't start the
Oh,
truck.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
And it has surprised the angry god of
Yeah.
trucks.
But he runs over the
Surprised
truck
them.
anyway.
God.
He crushes the truck anyway.
Yeah.
And then goes off after one guy who's running through a cornfield.
Yeah.
And that
And
guy
he runs
eventually-
that fucker over.
He eventually falls down, and there's a shot, monster truck tire going over this dude.
Yep.
Now I'm sure it was just a tire on like a plank or something, but that dude gets crushed.
They probably built a little gully there.
yeah,
Some stunt
So
man
had some
landed there.
give.
A gully.
Well, plus if you deflate the tires, there's tricks.
I know.
There are
You-
tricks.
But he gets
Yeah,
run the fuck
as
over.
we
he does-
learned from
he
Order
does
of the
get
Black
run over.
Eagle.
Yeah.
That one dude got his face ran over.
Yeah.
But because the tire was deflated. He was relatively fine
I
after
think that
some
guy died.
surgery.
I'm pretty sure
Maybe.
that guy died.
We hope. But
this guy died.
yeah, the other guy gets to some kind of factory where they make barrels and fruit and other things.
There's just crates and
Yeah,
it's
it's
a crate and barrel, is what it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's a crate and barrel factory.
Yeah.
And this guy, like,
That's what it is. It's all crates and barrels.
It's true.
That's the worst.
But yeah, the guy
my
sneaks in under the
Oh, no.
aluminum door.
Yeah.
And
If
then
this
he's
hadn't
like,
if this hadn't been in Ohio, they might have had it at Pier 1.
Yeah.
Right.
This was in
There
the
might have
middle
been,
of no water.
No beer.
What else did that truck run through right before the door?
it burst through the gate. Like
gate.
there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
chain
just
link fence
flattened it.
that guy.
Yeah, it was just like,
hops.
fuck your gate.
Flattened that fucking gate.
I
Just
just-
blam.
I'm thinking, like, I don't know that I've ever seen something take down a roll door like this as good as this one did.
It was pretty good.
It hit it so high up.
It was
That's how
probably
did it.
tinfoil, but still, I mean, that thing,
It could
Yeah.
have been a real
it took that door out.
that truck. For one, it looks fucking real.
Yep.
Like I'm afraid that they actually built that truck.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure they did.
like I'm gonna have to move to a underground layer or something just so I can sleep
You're
well
gonna
at
have
night.
nightmares of this truck.
Because that fucking truck might
Yeah.
be out on the loose, and they could have probably taken a roll up door off with that fucking
They
thing.
may have. I
That
mean,
thing
this
is
place
scary.
looked abandoned. They just
Yeah.
put some stuff in it, but
Yeah, but
Crates
they
and
do a
barrels.
good job of filming this shot because the guy's kind of in the front running away,
yeah, in slow mo.
and that truck, like you can see the shadow underneath
you
the
can
door.
see the
'cause
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about a foot up,
Yeah.
and man, it just hits that door, and that thing just shreds
Yep.
Just
in front of him.
disappears.
And the guy, he looks back for a second, and then you just see him trucking, like, oh my god!
Trucks are going
And he's trying to run.
I'm so
he's
fucked.
trying to run through the crates, and
Trucks
It's just going right over top of everything.
yeah, and it's
And then, my favorite point I think in this is he's run through the crates and now it's onto the barrels, and he's running around the barrels and trying to find his way. And it finally cuts to a shot where it's just stacks and fucking stacks and stacks of barrels. You can't see the truck; you can just see the guy running.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, truck! It just
Yep.
destroys like 1,000 barrels, go scattering in every direction.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're all empty, but it doesn't matter. It just
That's
looks-
still-
it looks so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would
This
be a
is
lot
where
of
they
fun.
made it. They were going to fill them with TNT or terrorists later.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. They hadn't gotten to that stage yet. But there's like a weird. There's the second half of this movie has some weird, awkward cuts to it. But there's an awkward cut to where the dude is suddenly in like an office in the middle of the warehouse, and then the monster truck just destroys the office.
Yeah, and it sort of implies that he got trapped in there somehow.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course it's more cops like, oh, I don't know, this is kind of crazy. Shit's gone real.
Yeah, and so the girlfriend is back at the house listening to the radio, and they break in and they're just like, this monster truck is going around killing dudes, and they're all related to Tiny. It's kind of strange, but
She's like,
I know.
yeah,
so yeah, Joey's like, I better go check on Dad at the hospital, hanging out at the hospital, and the sheriff comes in. He's like, so, kind of crazy, this monster truck murder guy,
Yeah.
vigilante guy. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, hypothetically, what would you do if you caught him? And he's like, well, I'm hoping I don't have to. That the guy, that just settled the vengeance and it'd be over now.
just knock it off.
Basically, he's like, I know it's you, fucker. Just stop. I don't want to have to arrest
Yeah.
you because I hate those assholes too.
Because the aftermath of the warehouse, the two cops were there, and they're like, okay, they're clearly killing Tiny's kids. Do you have a problem with this, sheriff? And he's just like, not really.
You'd think I would.
And the other guy's like,
Yeah,
but what happens if like an innocent person gets caught up in this?
Yeah.
And
Did
it's
you
like,
see my cop car? It says to serve and protect asterisk.
Yeah.
It's just
well, I do like
for
that,
asshole.
that they explicitly say that he goes, well, do we have any suspects? And he's just like, well, everybody.
Yeah. They all hate
yeah,
Tiny.
every-
probably
Everybody hates
anyone who
Tiny?
hated them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he confronts him at the hospital, and like girlfriend busts in and is like, I was going to confront you about you being a vigilante, but now the sheriff probably already is. So awkward.
Yeah. I'll just sit down and not say anything.
Yeah, so he's just like, sheriff's like, all right, well, I'll see you later. Hopefully, murder wagon driver's retired now, so bye.
Yeah.
Here's my card. And anyway, so like the doctors come in, and there was like a brief, he was like, how's your dad or something like that. He's like, oh, he's taking a turn for his worse. So of course the doctors come in and go, son, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Yeah, that jacket's yours forever now.
Don't bother taking that off. 'Cause, yeah,
You've officially inherited the truck.
yeah. Your entire family now is dead.
Hey, I got good news. You got that truck. The nice one.
You can scrape off the and son on there because it's just you now.
Scrape off the Big Joe. Yeah.
So just and son.
Yeah, just son.
No, yeah, Russo's son.
trucking.
Russo's son.
Russo's son.
Russo, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so dad's dead.
Yeah.
And there's-
Family's dead. Girlfriend's been raped. He's hit his breaking point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, another one. I mean, he's hit a few
He's
breaking
had
points.
3.
This is that last little push where she was like, the sheriff and her were kind of like, I don't know if you should keep murdering. And
Yeah.
he's like,
I know.
Dad's
dead.
I kind of have to keep murdering. I'm sorry.
Because then she's like, no, don't do this. We can just get in the car and drive. No.
He's like, you should probably go home now.
yeah.
You
that's
really want to get away from me because
probably good.
I'm going to go fuck some shit up.
Yeah. And she
My
picks up the
murder
cop's
card.
card, of course.
Yeah.
Because,
That's what you do.
rather
Yep.
than letting him have his vengeance, let's get him thrown in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
The ladies don't
I like
understand vengeance.
No.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah. But,
Not for
I mean,
Movie
maybe not
ladies.
all.
I mean,
movie
ladies.
ladies. Movie ladies.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
cop. The
Real
cop,
women. Real women.
Real
understand
women
that.
are
yes.
very vengeful.
They-
Yes,
cop
you're right.
is
Thank
ready
you.
to
do
let him
love the
go away.
vengeance. Yeah.
Ready to let it all go away.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, so cut to Tiny and the last remaining son
Yeah.
in the bar, just like, well,
They're just like,
I guess news travels fast.
Yeah.
They're like, Big Joe's dead. Yeah.
yeah. Sounds like,
Yeah.
Like, do you think he's coming?
He's probably coming
Yeah,
here, right? And he's
he's
just like,
probably-
yeah.
Yeah, he's totally
Yeah.
coming here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you know?
We're actually
We killed his family and raped his girlfriend. Of course he's coming here, you fucking idiot.
we're kind of proper fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
But then Tiny starts talking shit to the son. He's like, oh, why weren't you there, by
Yeah.
the way? And he's like, they never listened to me. It wasn't the right time to do it. And he's like, nah, you're just a pussy.
It's like all 4 of them are dead and you're still alive. What's the deal?
Yeah. You're chicken shit.
Yeah.
And then he,
Points a shotgun at him.
yeah,
He's
the
like,
son
you
has
take
a
that
big
back.
break.
You tell me
I
I'm
ain't chicken
good.
Shit.
And this was almost a good cut because he's like pointing at his face. He's like, I'm going to shoot you, Dad. You better say I'm not a chicken shit. Oh. And then he points it up the ceiling and shoots. And like the second it goes blam, it cuts to, the murder wagon going through the Tiny sign outside. Almost a really good
Almost.
snap cut,
Yeah.
whatever they call that
Yep.
word. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like, it's just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But then he just barrels through the front door.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He creates a drive-through of this shitty bar. Like, because he goes front door to the back.
And at
straight
first
through.
it looks like he took out the son.
It looks
Because
like it,
he
yeah.
drives right through where that guy was.
Yeah. And Ned Beatty jumps over the bar and is hiding behind the bar.
No.
Because,
that was going to stop him.
but I mean, like, so he makes one pass through the place, and then Ned Beatty sort of pops up, like, huh, and then
Damn.
hears him coming back, and just you just see Ned Beatty drop back down.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Ducks.
I'm just gonna hide.
But you see the other son get up.
Yeah,
So we know that he hasn't been run over either.
right.
Yep.
They're both just in there somewhere.
But
and
then-
And then like that's when the sheriff and the girlfriend come pulling up in the cop car as he's just like gleefully driving through horizontally of the building.
he's mowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making sure that he didn't miss anything.
Right.
Yeah, every square inch, just mowing it down, just
Yeah.
every place that's still standing. But yeah, the cop and the girlfriend show up, and they're just like,
And I guess he kind of gets the car stuck where he's like, I got to take a break or something. Cause
I think he gets it stuck.
he does, he gets it stuck.
That's
murder
the
wagon's like, and
implication.
he basically comes stumbling out and the cop's like, oh, yeah, it's you, huh? Wow,
Oh.
I didn't realize that.
Glad you didn't get hit by that monster truck. Why don't we leave now?
Why
Yeah.
were you hanging out at the bar?
Yeah.
The people you don't like. It's kind of weird.
I just showed up here.
But anyway, like Ned Beatty stands up with his gun in the hand, takes a pot shot at the sheriff, who apparently is wearing a vest, I guess. But sheriff basically catches Ned Beatty right straight through the eyes with his pistol before
Yeah.
he goes down.
Didn't Ned Beatty also say something about right in the center of the forehead, right before this whole?
He had said it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he gets
So-
Ned Beatty's dead, but not at Joey's hands.
yeah,
And then they're like, oh, sheriff's dead, and we're kind of hugging, and then the murder wagon fires back up again, and
Yeah.
of course it's
Vixen's
Vic, asshole son.
He found reverse.
yes.
No, there is no reverse on this truck.
Yeah.
He just drove it forward.
Yeah, he just kept
Oh,
pushing. it.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, now
this
he's
is a YOLO truck.
yeah.
Doesn't look back.
So now, yeah, Vic's got control of the monster truck. He's coming after them. She goes and hides in a drainage pipe. And
Which seemed like a good idea for a second, because
For-
I was
for half a second.
I was like, he's
Until
running
we
over.
realized-
He's running over everything. Now you're underneath the asphalt road, probably kind of safe. He can drive right over you. You'll be fine.
yeah.
Except for the insinuating.
Vic put this together
Auger drill,
really
yeah.
well, but yeah, he drives up to the drain pipe and launches the drill bit.
How did Vic know about all this?
Because
drill bittery?
movie.
Okay.
Because allegory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in the back of this pipe, and then
And of course, it's got a grating on the other end.
right, so she can't get out. But on the other side is just drill spinning slowly, inching towards her, and so
Yeah, it becomes the Raiders of the Lost Ark fight outside the truck because Joey tries to jump up and turn the drill off, and of course, like it's fighting outside the truck. Meanwhile, the truck is slowly creeping forward, to crush her with drill.
He gets Vic out of the truck. He turns the exhaust pipe around and feeds it into the cab.
Yeah.
So eventually, Vic just has to bail, and they start fighting on the
I like that
ground.
he did have to use the jacket.
Yes, the jacket protected him from getting
Yes.
burned.
Yep.
So thanks,
It
Dad.
was kind of like the harmonica.
Yeah.
Right.
Served more purpose
Yes.
than the harmonica.
Yeah, harmonica served no purpose whatsoever.
But yeah, so they fight. Eventually, Joe pushes Vic's face underneath one of the tires that's slowly rolling, and he gets a scream. Cut to the cab rolling along, and he's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all that's left is to shut off the drill.
Which is right up to her chest at this point. It's like an inch away from murdering her.
Yeah.
But he gets up there just in time, flips the switch.
Yep.
And then immediately is on the other side of the grate like, hey,
Hey, what's up?
what are you doing in there?
Are you having a great time?
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he pulls the grate off, gets her out. The sheriff is sort of like popped back up, like, oh hey, what's going on?
That stung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Gonna
you
need some leave.
yeah. Then you cut to, action movie aftermath of all the rescue vehicles there, and they're putting the sheriff into the ambulance.
Yeah.
And then the deputy comes up and he's like, "Well, Sheriff, we found out who's driving the truck. You wouldn't believe it. It was Big Boy."
Yeah.
He's like, "Wow. I guess he hated his family too."
Oh, wow. Case
How
closed.
about that?
I'm going to Florida.
I love how this guy plays the scene too, because he kind of like looks around, like
Does anybody else look?
yeah, he's looking for the invisible
Everybody.
audience to go.
Yeah.
Can you believe this shit?
Huh? That worked
He's
out,
just looking
huh?
to make sure nobody else is going. Come the fuck on, Sheriff. Really?
Fucking airbags.
Wait, how did his head get exploded in the cab?
Didn't know how to drive it. He lost control. Got it stuck in a drainage pipe. Went out to fix it. Fell under a tire.
Airbags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Airbag went off in the truck.
Yep.
Well, actually, what
Crushed his pulped his
now that I
skull.
think about it, the best part is that technically the sheriff never saw Joe driving it.
No, he didn't. He saw him come out of the wreckage of
Yep.
the bar. And he was
so
just like,
it
oh, hey.
really could have been
Yeah.
Vic the whole time.
Everyone's okay with it.
It was Vic the whole time.
Yeah. And then
Bam.
they walk off into the sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
Which, really, one of those cars could have given them a ride. There's no reason for them to walk off like that. But
What? One of the cars on the lot? I think. they were
no,
all
one of the
fucked.
rescue vehicles.
No,
Or
man.
one of the any number of other cars.
They
yeah.
might
Yeah.
have possibly been done with
Maybe the mothers against-
motorized vehicle
Yeah,
transport.
yeah, you're probably right.
forever at this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll be going
Just
by
gonna walk there.
skateboard everywhere, bicycle.
No wheels,
No,
no rolling whatsoever.
no. Just
It's all
walking
horseback.
vengeance.
I wonder what happened to Steve.
I don't know.
Steve ever recover?
He's
mentally-
He's in space.
I wonder if
with-
he's still trucked.
Yeah, he might be.
No, he retired from that life.
I don't know.
It was for the
Couldn't
best.
handle it anymore.
But yeah, we never find out what happens to Steve.
Maybe
Okay.
Rolling Vengeance 2, Steve takes over the murder wagon.
The Stevening.
Yeah.
Steve Harder.
I like to think like Steve was down the road, like, 100 yards back,
Yeah.
just kind of walking along, being like, I hope they're okay. I hope I'm okay.
Yeah.
But either way, movie's over.
Yes. it
Yep.
is.
And we
as,
rate it.
As Lamer's song plays over the credits, but
Steve
we
secretly
didn't
loved
mention the
Joey.
montage song, which is awesome.
Holy shit. I don't...
Was that a Stargrove?
It was kind of vague. It was kind of just like, I'm taking it to the edge.
Coming to the edge.
Coming to the edge. and-
Yeah.
Drive this truck on your face.
Yeah. The song, the chorus part is not very good, but when he gets stuck just saying "I'm coming" over and over again to really
Yeah.
ramp up the "I'm welding" stuff, it's like, well, okay, I guess if that's what you want to sing about, go ahead.
It was pretty awesome.
The build of that
I think
song
he
was
meant
really
for
good.
his imminent arrival. Not,
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know, but still, he just kept saying it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He did, yes.
Yeah.
Murder boner.
arriving. arriving.
Yeah. There's 3 songs in this movie that kind of stand out. None of them are really great, but
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think things, spoof movies, South Park has taught us that we want to hear the Stargrove telling you
Yeah.
what he's doing
Yeah.
yeah.
with a power ballad like
Also,
that. But
Stargrove taught us
Yes,
that we want to hear this.
yes. I'm just saying, this is the kind of thing that South Park would make fun of he's welding it to the truck now.
Exactly. yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do that.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but I don't think it gets Stargrove.
No.
not quite.
No.
The other ones don't work as well.
Yeah.
They're lamer.
No. Just,
Nope.
no.
Yep. But ratings.
Yeah.
I wanted to go 4, but I think I can only go 3. Because the deaths for these guys aren't quite as satisfying as I would like. Mm-hmm. Like the one that you actually kind of really see is the dummy. That's like the first one that he annihilates.
Yeah.
And the other ones, it's kind of like, oh no, a tire's coming, and then cut away, and it's not as fulfilling. And he didn't get to kill Ned Beatty. The sheriff ended up killing Ned Beatty. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, God, just the scenes of that truck destroying the crate and barrel is terrific. It's so good. It's just like it's what you wanted to see happening in this movie. Is like, where's some shit that thing can just wreck? Mm-hmm. I know. So yeah,
Crate and barrel.
yep. But 3 jocks. I really wish there was more there to that, and in the kills at least,
Yeah.
because they definitely established those guys as dicks, but
Yeah.
they don't get it quite as bad as they should.
I think I can go 4. It's definitely not a 5. It's got a couple of kind of. I mean, there's really nothing to point to in this movie where we're just like, oh, that was bad, that sucked, or just there's no 15 minutes of blah or anything. I mean, even when there's some downtime, we were having a lot of fun filling the gaps. But it kind of does have that class of 1984 thing where some of the underlings get it way worse than the main bad guy does.
Yeah.
It's just not as satisfying. I mean, you got to save your just horrific looking death for the worst people in the movie. So, but I mean, it's a big, dumb, stupid premise for a movie, and it's our kind of movie, and it's a lot of fun, despite getting kind of unpleasant there for a brief period of time.
Yeah.
But it does give good vengeancing.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good fuel for that. So, I mean, I don't want to say that helped propel the movie along, but at least some good vengeancing came out of it because
Right.
all those guys needed to die. So,
Right on.
yeah, I give it 4 jocks.
BJ?
No.
One meh.
There was a lot of really good truck killing, but there was also a bit of rapiness, and
Yeah.
I think they overdid it a little bit with making the scumbags into scumbags. I mean, I really wanted them to die by the time they died, but they oversold that a little bit, and just, man, I loved guys getting crushed by trucks, but I think there could have been there could have been better use for this truck. They only had 3 sets that they got to use the truck in. The woods, the wood / the road, and then the crate and barrel, and then Tiny's. It would have been nice to see a lot more trucking. So, Rolling Vengeance 2, I think it's entirely possible that movie could be a 5 jocks movie. This one, I think it only makes it to 3. The deduction for lack of explosions.
Yeah. Steve wakes up from his coma, goes to visit his friend who's not there, but goes and takes a look in the barn, and under a tarp is this killing machine.
Right.
And he's just
Because the cops were just we don't need this.
Yeah, take
it's
it
not
home.
evidence. Don't put that in the impound lot. Just
No, well, I mean,
I don't know.
I bought that from Tiny.
Nobody's alive over there. Just go store it in their barn. The whole family's dead.
yeah,
Joey's gone.
No,
Sure.
Joey returns to the scene. He's
Yeah.
like,
I should take this.
I think I'll take this away. I'll tear it down for scrap since I'm good with a welding torch and
Right.
all
Probably not
that.
information he wants to offer up.
No, but
Yeah, no information. He's
No.
like, yeah, I'll do the necessary
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
And then he moves away, and Steve, after the death of his own parents returns to the town. He's like, hey, that barn over there. I wonder if there's anything. Murder truck. And then he
Murder truck.
then he wreaks vengeance upon his own dead parents with the murder truck. And murder truck's everything.
Oh.
Murder truck goes to Los Angeles in the third installment.
Then in space to the fourth one.
The Middle East in the fourth one, and then
By then you're at the reboot.
Oh, okay.
yeah, the fifth one is
The
murder
rolling
truck.
vengeance.
yeah. Rolling the vengeance.
Okay, so I think I can give this 4 jocks. Yeah, it got to unpleasant areas at times, but I mean, damn, this is really. Yes, it gets a little brutal in the, like, okay, these fuckers need to die, but this is pretty good in the vengeance kind of field. I mean, dude goes and A-teams himself a fucking murder truck. I mean, that's up there. That's pretty good.
That's in our wheelhouse for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the reveal of that the first time, just the maniacal joy that came out of me, and I was like, that's a fucking murder truck.
Yeah, it really is.
That says a lot. I mean, really, like, I'm watching this. I'm like, how can this not be a 5 Jocks movie? But sadly, it's not. I mean, overall, it's not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Ned Beatty's the big bad that deserved it all. I mean, he's obviously an asshole, but I think Son was a bigger asshole, and his head got watermelon. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Ned Beatty at least could have gone out yelling or just like flipping that final switch
Oh,
and
I
just be
know.
like, I am the the biggest asshole of this town. I am the king, and then fucking taken out. Not just like pokes his head up and then blam.
Sure.
He needed a speech.
Yeah. It's like, this is my town, Sheriff. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I run things,
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
sheriff draws him down. That'll happen.
It's
in the
still pretty
reboot.
good. I mean, it's weird because it does at times it feels like a TV movie, and then other times it's like, well, no, they're saying fuck and
There's
titties
boobs galore,
and,
yeah.
I don't know.
Boobs Galore works Wednesdays at Tiny's.
Yeah. Anyway, let's take a break, shall we?
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right.
Trucking.
Trucks.
Trucking.
Trucks.
Got my chips cashed in.
Truck.
How's that chat going?
Mildly lively.
Mildly live.
Mildly lively. Yeah, she's.
It's a really slow.
It's the brunch crowd. She's not that into it. She's just the one that sits on the swing. Is like, nah, I'm
She's
new.
not good at dancing.
Took her 3 weeks to take her top
Not
off.
good at dancing, but she looks good naked.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
mildly
you know.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
All right.
buddy. How are you doing?
So, Chuck, you got movies?
Chuck's like FX. He always has the movies.
I have.
What about you?
Uh,
Nah.
I'm not like. No, I didn't get a chance to watch the 3Ds.
Oh.
Oh.
We'll probably tackle that tomorrow.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
But I mean, I'll be watching Step Up 3D again in 3D.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
And
Get that neck.
Pacific Rim.
the lady likes the Step Up movies.
The lady. Oh, you should keep her.
She's been upgraded to the lady.
Lady.
The lady.
The lady.
She's not just lady.
Just not
the
a
old
lady.
lady.
Yeah. Well, her name isn't Lady. I'm not a tramp.
Call her lady.
Lady.
But I'm also going to watch the Pacific Rim. She hasn't seen that, so 3D.
She hasn't seen Pacific Rim. What the
What?
hell?
How are you
I'm like,
dating her?
That's, I mean,
Come on,
there are
man.
always things you work on.
That's true.
There are compromises. You
Yeah, there are.
You make her watch the giant fucking robot movie. God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I could talk about the captain stuff real quick.
Yeah.
About as quick as I talked to you about it.
I think you should. Talk a little bit more about the new one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I should say the newer one. Man.
got some water in my Ned Beatty glass.
Oh, man. Wolverine hair.
Old Wolverine.
Yeah, I do need water.
I'm actually kind of getting the Wolverine here if I don't get the haircut soon.
You should totally do it.
Yeah,
Should totally do it. Yeah.
More here.
Just totally fucking do
Oh
it.
yeah, you should go back to the Wolverine cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come out a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Chops and the.
Chops. Chops.
Chomps. Ha. 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 I watched some movies.
You did?
Did.
What
That's
do you
good.
watch?
What do you... I'm trying to figure out what the hell I actually want to talk about.
What do you watch?
Yeah, so Cosby Show's only on Hulu Plus.
What?
It's not on Netflix.
Like the old Cosby Show? The original Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, not the 70s one. The
No,
80s
the
one.
80s one, yeah. Was there a 70s? You talking about the Cosby Kids? Like Fat Albert?
No, there was a show called Cosby in the 70s.
When he was a basketball coach.
Really?
I believe so,
I
yeah.
never
Yeah.
saw that. Was not even aware of that.
I believe that was
I
the
was
Bill
not-
Cosby Show.
Was not aware of that.
Yeah.
There have been multiple Cosby. There was the one in the late 90s that was on, I think, CBS.
Cosby.
Where, yeah, it was him and Felicia Rashad. but
Yes.
They were
Right.
different characters.
Yes.
Right.
Because he was like a... God, what was he?
No,
No, there was
that's-
that was the Cosby Mysteries.
Yeah.
Which I'm dying to watch, but is available nowhere in existence ever.
I can find it for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. But
Oh, I can find that for you.
God, I watched so many movies. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I want to talk about.
Okay.
First, I have to do a PSA because I want to tell people about something that's not a movie, but that you all need to watch it.
oh,
Yeah,
Is it an internet video?
it's an internet video. It's a series of internet videos.
do they involve 4 people talking about bad movies?
Ooh, I like those.
I don't know how many people are involved
Yeah.
behind the scenes, but they are talking over bad movies. So, you all right with it? Trying to build a murder wagon.
Yeah, trying to figure out how to configure this thing for murder.
Oh,
Oh, no.
well, good luck with that.
That's my
I mean-
life every day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who else has stuff?
I got 3 that all are related and can be talked about quickly as a group.
Okay.
I got one short one,
All right.
and I think we got a few emails.
Okay.
Super
BJ?
I don't,
Fair.
I don't think
Nothing?
we have any
No,
voicemails.
not this week. No.
Let me make sure we don't have any voicemails.
Voicemail.
I'm gonna rapid fire like 5 reviews. Like seriously, I don't have a lot to say about any one of them, so
Okay.
I'm going to just.
I'll let you go first because mine might
Oh,
fly.
we do have a voicemail. I
Okay.
forgot what that was like on Friday. So
I guess I need to pull that up, huh?
you probably
You can do it while I'm
you
talking.
might
I'll just do it right now.
Okay, then.
you might.
I'll do it right now.
All right.
Don't tell me what to do, Chuck.
You're not my dad.
Well, he's not your real dad.
How do you know?
He is your dad.
I'm glad you appreciated
From
that
Alaska?
that mad gif of mine.
Is this one from Alaska? Did somebody listen to it?
Which
already?
one was that? Remind me. 'cause
It was
I'm
it
getting
was
a
Adrian
response.
Pearson running ways that said, "You're not my real dad, Chet."
That's right. Chat.
I don't know which one it is. I have no.
Is it the?
There was a really good one that
He's not
was
listening.
I know.
it was a guy spiking the ball with an explosion, and it said, "That's my freaking waifu." I love it. It's so,
So dumb.
stupid.
What the hell's going on?
It's like with those Madden gifts. The dumber, more nonsensical it is, the more I enjoy them.
Madden.
Oh, all right.
Support ball.
Madden
Sweet.
Gifferator.
Madden Giffinator.
Gifferator.
I
Is
understand.
it Gifferator?
Gifferator. Yeah.
Gifferator. I know
Is
you're never on the internet anymore.
Is the voicemail from Alaska?
It's from Aladdin.
How am I supposed to know?
Well,
where
somebody listened to it because it's not marked as new, right?
it came on Friday from a 907 area code.
Yeah, that would be Alaska.
Sweet. Let's do that one.
AM Haycaster. Oh, Johnny Bench.
I mean, AK is Alaska, not Arkansas, right? Arkansas, they are.
Right. I don't know.
So we've lost that side of the table, I think.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a guy doing a touchdown dance over what looks like a boat wake, and it says R.I.P. Joan Rivers. So good.
What the fuck is going on?
It's so good. Show
Wow.
that to them. Show that to the people. Wake your screen up and show that to the
What
people.
the shit?
Check out this
Would
animated
you,
GIF.
here, just,
We're going
would
to
you
show
like
you
your-
on the.
Are you on the wide lens? I don't have it live.
Would you like to be on your camera? That way you don't have to flip it around as much?
You can do that.
Go ahead,
Flip
show-
it around.
Oh, it's so good. I love the Madden Gifferator.
I don't understand the internet most of the time. I just don't get it.
It's just funny.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
I just love that nobody actually used that for its intended, like, hey, man, hype Madden with this thing. Like, why anyone does... Like, I almost wonder if they intentionally... Wake up, sheeple. I wonder if they intentionally put that out there and knew that people were just going to fuck with it. But as long as it said Madden Gifferator on the bottom...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, second half.
Right.
All right. You got to stop. PJ,
Put it away.
you got to open a new tab.
Alt F4. Alt F4.
Here, we're going to pull that over here and minimize it, and then it's gone.
We need you. We can't do this without you.
Yeah, we got to have you. 100%.
And we know if that stays up, there is no end.
You're gonna.
There's no end. We know where that road leads. Actually, we don't know where it leads because it doesn't end.
No.
You're gonna catch me like 3 weeks later, beard down to my knees, like just walking through the streets doing a touchdown dance, mumbling "R.I.P. Joan Rivers" to myself. I'm glad I shared that with you, Internet.
That one was really good. I like that one.
Yeah, we're on camera one.
Camera one.
Yeah, can you get a little red light above these
Camera
cameras
one?
so I know?
They're either all on, or if you switch them off, then they fuck up. Because
No, just a red light. Just get a.
yes,
just
I'll
build something.
manufacture that just for you, BJ.
Thank you. Jesus.
All he's asking is just to build that for him.
That's all he's asking
Jesus.
for.
I'm not
That's all he's asking
Give red lights a
for.
chance.
A red light for himself. That's all he's asking for. All right, and welcome back.
Hey, BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Second half.
Second half of the BMFcast.
Brought to you by this podcast.
And movies. Okay, so I want to take
And the number 12.
I want to take our stage, such as it is, to tell people that they need to go watch something online.
We've all seen your sex tape already.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah. Well, why not? Attention reference. Anyway, so there's a YouTube series. It's some guys, I don't know much about them, but we stumbled upon because one of their videos showed up in like some highlight of YouTube, and we started looking at some of their other stuff, and we're like, why do these videos not have more views? Anyway, the group is called Aural Knots, as in like to listen /
Aural
Knots.
I get it.
And they did a series of 3 videos for the Star Wars prequels where they basically overdub, do like a bad lip reading type thing, but then also basically completely rewrite the story to this, like the Jedis are like these bro guys going out and partying and kind of fucking up the universe.
Okay.
And it's funny as shit. Yeah, I'm straight pimping for them because like I thought this was funny as hell, and it's right in our wheelhouse of those are terrible movies, and like I love what they did with them better.
All right.
And there's some kick-ass music in them too. So.
Yeah.
These guys, I mean, I will further pimping like these guys could be.
I want to point out the prequels originally had pretty kick-ass music as well.
Okay, well, there's like a dubstep remix of Duel of the Fates.
Okay, yeah, you win.
Okay. Anyway, it's actually called Dance of the Fates. But these guys are so good they could be sound engineers. Like their quality of like sound editing is fantastic because you see a lot of these things and you're like, you start to realize like, wow, there's some funny things on the internet. This one's funny and well done. And
That's the best.
yeah. So anyway, that's it. I'm done pimping.
Okay.
All right.
Why don't you pimp some movies, yo.
Okay, all right. So I've watched a lot of movies, and I'm not even going to talk about all of them. And the ones I am going to talk about, I don't have a ton to say about any one of them. So I'm going to kick them off in no particular order. A while back, we were discussing the movie Neighbors.
Yeah, I saw
Seth
that.
Rogen's Zac Efron, and I said, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a Zac Efron movie. So right before Neighbors came out, I was like, I'm going to watch.
High School Musical 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, that I could not remember the name of it. No, That Awkward Moment. I knew it was like an internet phrase. Turned into a movie. It's all right, I guess. Like,
Awesome.
I don't know. Just it's 20-somethings in today's society, like being kind of witty and having sex problems. It's one of those movies.
Oh.
So yeah,
Huh.
Nothing right home about it. So that's my quick review of that. So I went on and saw Neighbors. I know you enjoyed that. I really kind of didn't. And what's funny is like the whole time I'm watching it, like I was actually feeling like you. Like I was like, I hate everyone here I kind of like don't want anybody to win. And
Yeah.
like, and so like, I kind of drew like a weird line in the sand where like all of a sudden I was just like, everyone in this movie is despicable. I don't know why I'm watching this anymore. Like, and like it's strange because like at first, being of our age, I was like, I want to sympathize with the people who have a family and like not the asshole frat kids. And then it was like, no, everyone's an asshole, and I kind of just don't care about this movie anymore.
Yeah, like I said, they don't necessarily make one side the ones that are like, yeah, rooting for them, because in a lot of points, Seth Rogen and his wife Rose Byrne bring a lot of it on themselves.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I didn't hate it. It was just like by the end I was like, yeah, all right, I get it. Like, you're flipping the script and they're both kind of despicable, but I don't know.
I liked it.
I'm going to say pulling a Mackie, like when I just turn on characters now, and for whatever reason.
Okay.
Moving on to another movie that I probably should have turned on all the characters, and I was never ever going to watch this movie until I realized who directed it. Name alone, and again, it's like the whackness. I was like, fuck that movie forever. I'm never watching this. I watched the movie The Bling Ring.
Bling Ring.
Because I didn't realize it was a Sofia Coppola movie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, well, that's a dumb title, and I don't care about the premise, but I'm going to watch it because I've watched all of her other movies, and I want to see what's happening here. It's an interesting little movie. It's weird because like out of all the things I've ever seen of hers, it's the most commercial. Like, it doesn't strive to be anything more than what it is. It's just like, I'm going to straight up tell a story, and it's strange because like to feed off like the Francis Ford Coppola, it's like it's almost like her Jack. It's like why did you make this? Like what drew you to like why would you make this script instead of like putting any kind of spin on it? Because every other movie you've done is like got something going on with it, and this is just like, I guess I can make that movie. You want to give me some dollars?
Something to do.
So I mean, it's like it's not poorly made. It's just like, why this? Like, why this project? I don't know what drew her to it. So, but it's not bad. I mean, it's well executed movie. I don't get the celebrity love lifestyle thing, but
yeah.
Should I keep going?
I mean, to me, it sounds like oh god, what's the Johnny Depp movie? Is it Rum Diary?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the one I watched where it was just like, why were you so insistent on telling this story?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the story is I guess mildly interesting, of like using the internet and fame and everything, like following TMZ and everything. I mean, basically the idea is like following TMZ and everything to figure out when celebrities are out of town doing something and then breaking into their homes and stealing shit.
That's
and like walking around going like, look, I got Paris Hilton's handbag. Woo!
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the whole thing is just like, oh, like Paris Hilton's out at the club all night. Well, let's Google Paris Hilton's address. Oh, there it is. Let's go there because we live here in the hills. So that's the whole idea. Is like, Anyway, moving on. Okay, so this one led into the other. Like, I decided to take you up on watching Nonstop with Liam Neeson.
Oh, you took me up on that?
Yeah. You were talking about like how it's just kind of ridiculous enough that I was like, yeah, I think I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Dumb in a good way.
Dumb in a good way.
Yep.
It absolutely is dumb in a good way. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and it made me realize how many bad other plane, like low key plane movies there are. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, you think about like Red Eye and things like that. Where it's
Loki's in it?
Yes.
Okay.
No. But yeah, just other like plain things that aren't done very well. Like, and it's just like, yeah, this is done pretty well, and you didn't go too over the top at any point. That it was too crazy to follow. And I enjoyed it. So it's fun little thriller.
It's dumb, but you're always like, okay, this is fun. I'm with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I also I appreciate the fact like that Liam Neeson is like a real person in a movie now. Like, let me back that up.
Not like super powered.
No. Like
super agent.
He's a little bit of that. I just mean like you start to realize because of his character in this movie, like if you're not watching Mad Men or everything, like the guy is like a heavy alcoholic smoker, and he's like constantly going into the bathroom and taping up the smoke alarm, even though he's a federal air marshal.
Yeah,
it's just like it's like all of a sudden I was like, fuck, I miss like seeing crazy distraught people on film like smoking and shit. Like, that just became a thing. Like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, it's refreshing. I think that's sort of why it has that extra little appeal of like, this feels like an old good 90s action movie kind of thing, like, because he's allowed to be a broken person.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
But that led me into realizing I watched the plane movie, and I was like, oh, there's another plane movie I've been meaning to see for a really long time. And I watched the movie Flight, the Denzel Washington movie.
Yeah.
Which it turns out is not really about planes at all.
No.
Nope.
I had no idea. I never saw that movie in, and just I had no idea what to expect. I just remember that was the Robert Zemeckis movie where he was like decided to stop playing around with computers for a little while and make a real movie again.
He made a person movie.
Yeah, and yeah, it's well done, but like at the end of it, I'm not entirely sure what the point of it was. Like, I know that sounds weird to say about a movie, but I get kind of what he was saying, but at the same time, it's like, that's a strange little story to feel like someone needed to tell.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what that movie was about. I just knew it was like he pulled off a crazy, flying maneuver, and here's everything that went around that. But I had no idea it was like about alcoholism and all the other crazy stuff that's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
not a raucous good time movie.
no, it's not. I mean, it's like him trying to make I'm trying to make a real movie.
Yeah.
Oscar bait.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit, yeah.
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 Anyway, John Goodman's good in it.
Yes.
I like him.
John Goodman's good in anything.
Usually.
Except that Kevin Smith movie.
Sure.
Anyway, okay, that's my string of movies. I'm done now.
Red State. Okay, so I decided it was Captain America time.
All right, good.
Hooray.
And-
Hooray. America.
For
Yes.
Captain.
So I went back and watched the first one because I didn't remember shit about it.
Beating up Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie, as much as I love The Rocketeer, that might be that dude's best movie.
Okay.
Captain America, the
Wait,
first...
that's not Joe Johnston, though. Oh, you watched the
The
original
first one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You never saw the original?
I did. I had to go back because I remembered nothing.
Okay.
I didn't want to jump into the second one because details and stuff. So,
sure.
So I watched the first one again, and I mean, I did like it the first time, but I was just really struck this time by how legit great it is, especially the first half. The second half, I've seen it twice now, and there's some point in the second half where I just blink and I'm lost. I'm just like, this movie's not what it was. Not that it's bad, not that anything bad. It doesn't take a bad turn. It's just like I don't really know where we're going, and it's probably like right around the time the train stuff happens. It's just kind of like what's happening, and it's just action, and then the plane thing at the end. So, but that movie, great, just great filmmaking, and then like we talked about, Mackie, the War Bonds montage stuff is just some of the best. Just overall, like, classic filmmaking done today, not all jerky and stupid, just really good in telling the story that it's trying to tell, and everything's fantastic. So then I was like, well, I guess I better watch The Avengers again because there's some details in that I might need.
Sure. Did you watch all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too?
Fuck no. So
that's where all the details are.
No, I know,
actually.
but
Sorry.
so I watched The Avengers again. The stuff that bothered me the first time around still bothered me, but it's still one of the best big dumb popcorn movies, but also giving all the characters enough time to do stuff so that none of them feel like a pawn or just like, just extra filler in this movie. I mean, everyone has enough dialogue to remind you that they've had their own movies, but also that they're still a real character in this. It's not just, hey, Robert Downey Jr. is here to collect a paycheck. They're all on board to do this. And that, for me...
Yeah, I think when I rewatched it, I think the character interaction is what kept it going, because it really is just set piece.
Yeah.
And it's like you need strong characters like that to kind of pull everything through and not hit the points where you're just like, stop talking.
And, I mean, certain filmmakers could fall back on a crutch and just be like, well, all these characters have had their own movie. There's no reason to give them much to do in this. Let's just do action. And they don't do that. They all get moments. They all get talking and, reflective bits and stuff like that. So yeah, that movie's still, really, really solid. I was tempted to watch Iron Man 3 again because I do like it so very much, and the aftermath of the Avengers affecting him, I like that. I just didn't have time. So then, Winter Soldier time. First of all, let me say that movie is $6 to stream online through any service to rent, and that is insane.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? That it cost $6
It's
to
that
stream.
first
They're
couple weeks.
still figuring it out.
Well, that's
I think
ridiculous. You want to charge $6 for a movie that made $12 at the box office? Fine. Captain America made $1 bazillion. They should be handing it out like candy. But anyway, I had credit, so I didn't pay for it. So fuck you.
Could have gone to Redbox.
I could have, but it was midnight, and I didn't feel like getting dressed.
You should install the red box too.
They should just pneumatic tube straight to me. Boom. I like The Winter Soldier. I kind of think I shouldn't have watched it so soon after rewatching the first Captain America and the Avengers kind of in a weekend.
They are very different movies.
Yeah, they are. The Winter Soldier, there were parts of it that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, like making me angry.
Uh-oh.
Kind of, well, angry at the events and the characters in the movie, but clearly kind of giving me no out. Like, I'm never going to get a satisfying resolution to my hatred of what's happening here. Mm-hmm. Like, once they reveal everything that's going on, you're like, oh, shit, everything really got real here. But it's so huge what's happening is just like, there's not going to be a satisfying payoff for this. This kind of feels like The Empire Strikes Back, and sort of it's just sort of resetting the characters for what's going to come next.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that regard, I mean, it's really doing what it's doing well, but it's not like there's a beginning, middle, and end to the characters of this movie. A lot of them are being introduced, and then some of them are getting, retuned and going off on their own direction. So, I did like it, but it's not my favorite, I don't think. Parts of it are really good. I mean, the action's really good. I like that Abed from Community shows up because those guys directed it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It just making me uncomfortable. Like, I want to reach into the screen and punch some of these people. Just, and they kind of go out of their way more in this one than they did the first one. Some people had complaints about this in the first one. I didn't. To where Captain America is just so overpowered. I never really felt that in the first one because there weren't really super long fight sequences.
Yeah.
But in this one, it just seems like he's running through a room and just running around flipping and smacking dudes, and it's just like they're just fodder. They're just like, and it just that happens a lot. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, okay, get to the dude who can fight you, because this is kind of it's not as satisfying as Nazis getting fucking hit in the face with the best metal shield in the world. I mean, so just watching dudes who of questionable allegiance, like, I don't know who these people are necessarily tied to. That's a pretty good comic.
Yeah. It's my Ween cover band.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess it just doesn't give you that. It's like modern first-person shooters. Everyone says they're tired of shooting Nazis. No, shooting Nazis is the best. You give me other people, and it's like, I'm not really sure that guy is pure evil, like a Nazi.
Yeah.
He could have just been filling in for his buddy who had a dentist appointment, and I just shot him in the face, and that's not right.
Yeah, I mean,
his buddy left a war to go to a dentist appointment, Chuck.
Those are hard to get.
Like, what, he signed up for it before the war even started?
You get 6 months.
I mean, I would say I disagree with you a bit about Captain America and the action, because I think they use some of his resourcefulness well, like how he gets out of the building when he's on the elevator part.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty cool, and like, the whole fight in the elevator where they've got the thing that they're trying to handcuff him with and all that.
That was a good scene. I did like that scene.
And I like that they just show that he's actually resourceful in other ways other than beating the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that they give Black Widow a lot to do as well. Mm-hmm. And that basically...
Finally.
He couldn't get by without her in that movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing that, wasn't in, like, Avengers necessarily as much, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I do want to say, and I won't spoil it, so I'm not going to do that, but the identity of the Winter Soldier is easy to guess if you're a thinking person.
It's the Rocketeer.
Yes, it's really weird how that comes up. There's a scene midway through the film of that character showing up at Robert Redford's house unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was the transfer of what I was watching or not, but that dude's face is right there.
Yeah.
Like, for a movie that's going to reveal that an hour later and supposed to have it be a shock, I'm looking at the scene and I'm going, oh, okay. That's not a reveal. Why?
And that's good for you, like, to hear that, because as, like Harlow and I, we know comics.
Yeah.
We know exactly who that is.
Right, okay.
Like, we knew going into the movie.
Sure.
When they announced the title of it, it's like, oh, they're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas someone who had never, I know you have, like, zero knowledge of comics that doesn't come from those movies.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer to hear that that's exactly how you saw it.
It's weird.
Because it did seem weird to me a bit in the movie. I thought they didn't disguise him well enough.
No, they really
could have
didn't.
redesigned the character somewhat to look in a way that you can't really tell who it is. So
Yeah. Kind of weird. But, yeah.
I'd have to go back and look. That might have been the transfer you had. Cause
Might have been. It was...
I mean, the trick would be look at the Blu-ray. I mean, obviously the best thing you would think is going to be there.
Yeah. I would say that the black levels on this that I watched were not the best.
Racist.
is your TV calibrated properly?
Yes.
Your TV is a racist.
Yeah, apparently. I just didn't care. So,
But I like that movie.
yeah, it's
And I
good.
like that cartoon.
I still have not seen it. I really need to. I need to borrow Chuck's $6 rental.
You cannot have that.
Damn it!
I like
But-
that they basically said we're not ever going to be able to make Marvel Civil War as a thing, so we're going to take the best elements from those comics and put them into this movie because that'll never be a thing. We'll do. I mean, the elevator bit and the motorcycle escape and the jet and everything, straight out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
they don't want to make...
Yeah, well, they can't.
Robert Downey Jr. the bad guy.
Well, they
of the
can't.
movie.
They can't do that, and they can't. They don't have all their properties, so it wouldn't work. I
Yeah.
mean, if you don't have Spider-Man in there, it doesn't work. He's a pivotal thing in that.
I think you could make Robert Downey Jr. the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And
you
I
would
had
make
fun
an
during the
excellent bad guy
movie
at this point.
searching Wikipedia trying to figure out the name of the new guy.
Do what now?
What, Falcon?
Yeah. It's like, it's Hawkman, right?
No.
It's Hawkman.
No, they say it. Or they show it.
They eventually, yeah, but...
No, they show like when he's first like he throw it on some folder and it says like Project Falcon.
okay, but at that point...
Ooh, Captain Falcon.
I was never putting that together. It's like when he shows up and it's just like wings. You're like, oh, okay, he's supposed to be a guy. I wonder who he is. And I was just like, comic book guy with wings.
So I guess we'll have to explain the post-movie
There's like
teaser to
100
you.
of them.
I Wikipedia'd that because I had
Okay.
no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, these guys, and those, I don't know, whatever. But I mean, I didn't
It was
understand.
sad. It took me like that scene is like a minute and a half maybe, and it took me like 10 minutes to explain it to my wife after the movie. It's like, well, you see,
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't want you to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I didn't get the end thing of the Avengers either. You know, like, even.
What, eating shawarma?
No, the
Oh.
reveal of the whoever the
Guy from
Hellboy
Guardians
looking guy
of the
was. Yeah, whatever.
Head guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he turns around and I'm like, oh, it's
Oh, it's
Big Teeth
Neil.
Guy.
Oh, Neil.
Hey, what's
from
going on, guy?
Neil
Yeah.
from space.
You know why they do that? Because they expect the people that don't know anything to just get up and walk out of the theater.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not criticizing
The
movies
things
over that.
almost all
Yeah.
of the things after the trailers or during the credits or whatever have been for like, hey, comic book fans, here's
Yeah.
something you'll get that nobody else will.
I appreciate that.
And then you run to the internet, and all the
Yeah.
all the comic book nerds have told you about it. So you find out anyway if you're a person that sticks around at movies.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's actually putting movie people and comic people in sync.
Yeah.
Comic people are still furious because they didn't include the
Oh, the costume was
the correct
wrong.
color
The costume-
spandex.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they knew who the best actor for the part
yeah
was.
the costume had
Obviously
a
it was a
panel
wrestler.
out of place.
Yes.
Because
It's
wrestlers
always a wrestler.
Wrestlers are always the best actors.
Hey, isn't there a wrestler that they would just revealed is going to be playing a thing?
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
was my
He's
Well,
gonna be
there
a bad guy in a DC movie.
He was a wrestler in
eventually.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah.
Bautista.
Yes.
Yeah, Batista.
No, Blue Teasta.
Blue sleeves.
Blue
Bautista.
Teasta.
Right.
The Rock is going to be what, Shazam? Is that
No, he will not be Shazam.
not Shazam?
He's
Black
Oh,
Adam.
he's Black Adam. That's right. Black Adam is a bad guy.
He's
Yes.
Shazam's
That's
counterpart.
racist.
And he could apparently he had the
He's not
choice.
black.
What?
He had the choice of being either Black Adam or Adamant.
Yes.
I mean, Shazam.
Shazam. Captain Marvel.
Wait, who's Captain Marvel?
Shazam.
What?
Shazam is the name of the power that gives Captain Marvel his power.
Fuck.
See,
Man.
dude. I
Billy
don't know,
Batson.
I know.
man. Huh?
Billy Mays.
That's his real name.
Don't even.
Yeah,
all right.
All right.
Michael Madsen.
So
Yes. Michael Madsen got the
So-
power of Shazam and turned into Captain Marvel.
So
Uh-huh.
the Rock is going to Shazam Michael Madston into
Yes.
Yes, James Marsden.
into
Gomer
Adamant.
Pyle and all. It's gonna be great.
So, speaking of Michael Mann,
Yeah.
I watched. It happens that today, 30 years ago, Miami Vice premiered. So I watched the premiere today, the pilot,
Like just
the
now?
2-hour movie
Oh,
earlier today.
the day that we are recording this.
Yeah, the day we're recording.
Oh, okay.
which is
It happened to be the 30th
Tuesday,
anniversary of
September
Miami Vice's
16th,
Sunday night
2014.
movie premiere.
Uh-huh.
That parts of that hold up really well, and other parts not so much. But I do love that Jimmy Smits dies like literally 4 minutes after they introduce him.
Hey! I haven't seen it.
Well, you know that
Spoiler.
he doesn't play Tubbs, just so you know.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
No.
But
It's Matt Santos.
certain scenes of that are so good. Like obviously the In the Air Tonight scene near the very end is like one of the best things of the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a great scene, but I've realized like the best scenes of that are them going somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like because they'll lock down the camera like on the hood of the car and you'll just see them driving. And any scene where you can lock down a camera on an object that you're moving around so the background's moving but whatever your characters are sitting in doesn't, will always look awesome.
Yep.
No matter what. And they use that to tremendous effect. And there's a ton of music that they use in those shows. Like I see why they were like, we can't put these out unless we have all the rights to it.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a couple episodes that aren't there just because they had music rights issues.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, but
Fucking 80s.
yeah, but it's interesting how much time they're willing to spend just on scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's interesting how much TV filmmaking, I guess, has changed since then because they are so much more patient about. All right, let's let this guy get here and get the lay of the land in this room and kind of wander around. Whereas like now it's like, no, boom, he's in there. All right, what is he doing now?
Well,
he's meeting the informant. He's talking to him. You get the little details that you wouldn't get otherwise.
you also had 10 more minutes of show back then.
Yeah.
Commercial breaks were shorter.
Yeah, each episode was 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Now I think they're down to like
man.
42.
They're even down to 40 in some
Yeah.
cases. So, I mean, like you don't get theme songs anymore. You don't get opening credit sequences.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that
one of the best things about Miami Vice is, holy
awesome.
shit, when that thing kicks in, you're just like, fuck yeah, Miami Vice.
And they use that during a car chase, too. They use the show's theme.
Yep.
During the chase where he's chasing after the boat in his sweet Firebird
I wore that
or
cassette.
Trans Am
Ow.
or whatever. Oh, yeah. I think everyone in the 80s was required to have that cassette at some point. but
Yeah.
I did not. I've never really watched Miami Vice.
It's pretty good.
Get out.
It's pretty good.
Sorry.
I love that Don Johnson, like, his entire tone throughout, like, 95% of the episode is, man, just get off my fucking case already. Like, it doesn't matter who he's talking to. It's like, Tubbs, you're a pain in the ass, Tubbs. And they also have the detail of him owning a crocodile or an alligator named Elvis on his boat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that detail had completely slipped my mind.
Really?
I'd completely forgotten about it until he's like, all right, you got to feed him. And he pulls out this giant tuna, and Philip Michael Thompson's like, oh my God, no. Crockett.
Poor Philip Michael.
So where can I watch this? I mean,
Netflix.
Oh, it is on Netflix?
Yep,
Okay.
it is
Or-
on Netflix.
It's on Hulu Plus also.
If you want to come to my dad's house and get like 80 tapes, he has every episode of Miami Vice on tape.
Oh,
Oh,
your
that-
dad's awesome.
that
yeah.
would probably be good because
Oh, does it still have commercials?
Yeah. I think it does. I'm not sure.
I would rather watch that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to check
Go
because
get them
there's like
tapes.
there's a shitload of tapes.
Tim tapes.
We actually just found some this weekend, and it's like episode number and title and the like episode code. Oh, yeah, it's meticulously documented, which is completely unlike anything my dad does.
Dad really
So
liked Miami Vice, huh?
it was he really liked Miami Vice. He had a little model of the car, the 350, the Ferrari 350 Spider.
Yeah, I think he gets that later because he didn't have it in the. Well, no, yeah,
It's a fine car.
in the very beginning he does it because he's always hijacking cars.
Yeah.
He's taking someone else's car.
We had a crocodile for a while. It was kind of
Wow.
not really. No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, your dad might have had a problem.
Well, he did. I mean,
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't a
But I
crocodile.
find it interesting. Everyone talks
Kidding,
about Michael
Dad, if you
Mann.
ever listen to this.
Yeah.
Everyone that talks about Michael Mann in that show, he never directed an episode.
Yeah.
He was always a producer. The guy who directed the pilot actually directed Save the Last Dance later on.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, one of your favorites from
It's great.
DDR.
Yeah. That movie's not good. But Miami
No.
Vice is.
Pilot from Miami
It's not
Vice.
the worst, but it's not good either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only did he never direct an episode, he was gone like after the first season.
Yeah.
Like he just was like executive producer, and then he was doing like Crime Story and a bunch of other stuff. So.
Yeah, and that show gets weird towards the end from what I remember.
Oh yeah.
Like amnesia plots.
Yeah. That's the best.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue watching. So we'll see.
So you're saying there's just episodes straight up missing from Netflix, like just not even there? Like
Yeah,
I'd
it's like
find
the
it
second to
somewhere.
last episode of the first season,
If
and
you-
there's one in like the 4th or 5th season that's not there either.
Yeah, if you go to the web page and like scroll down to the comments, they will
Oh
let
my
you know which
God.
one is missing.
That's all the contents. The
Yeah.
comments are all that.
But I think they're on Hulu, so if you have Hulu,
Oh.
you probably just watch it there.
Okay.
You should probably just compare the list and go, okay, this
Yeah.
one has more episodes.
Yeah, but I think I'd go for Netflix unless it's only on Hulu because
Yeah,
I don't
'cause-
want to watch
yeah.
the same 5 fucking commercials over and over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even on Hulu Plus.
Yep. Anywho.
Anywho,
Is that it? Oh, emails.
Ooh, email corner.
emails.
Hit us.
How can you reach us via email?
BMF@BMFcast.com.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or you can call.
Yeah.
You can call BMF@BMFcast.com.
No.
No.
There's
You
no
can call
at.
910-5-JOCKS-BMF.
Well, you could do that. 910-556-9263.
Yep.
Okay.
So, first one up. It says, Freddie Flapjack's back again. It says, hey, casters. I normally listen to your show while driving between D.C. and Baltimore. Your show helped keep me calm while dealing with shitty drivers. I haven't done that in a while. I'm now driving from Maryland to Alaska. I binge listened to all of the Dogist in one day, and then you probably had plenty left over.
Lots of time
You're
to
going
spare.
from Maryland to Alaska. Holy shit.
You probably had like 60 hours left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to
Yeah,
last year's
start
August
from the
too.
beginning.
But he said,
It's still not there.
He said, I don't have a recommendation, but some questions. Please bring a Zen moment to me while I'm on the road by answering a few of these questions I pondered while parked on the highway for several hours due to a tanker truck crash and chemical spill.
Ooh, chemicals.
All right, first up. Have you ever watched a movie so great it deserved more than 5 jocks?
It's
Nah.
that's kind of
No.
No, it's our goal.
Yeah.
No.
Like if he gets there, it's
Hard
just
line.
like that's the magical moment. So.
Yeah.
it's
line.
complicated because I mean, 5 jocks is reserved for it. Generally reserved for. Well, the jocks rating scale in general is reserved for the good bad movies.
Yeah, that's true.
So, as in what for jock?
Oh, like Robot Jocks?
Man,
Like Robot Jocks, yeah.
Robot
So if
Jocks.
there's a movie that kind of is actually really fucking good, then it doesn't even get a Jocks rating.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's something that we would watch for this show, it can get a Jocks
All right.
rating, and 5 is the maximum. If it's not something that we watch for the show, then
Stars.
Uh-huh.
stars.
yeah. But, I mean, if we're thinking strictly of, like, episodes and stuff, I mean, I'd probably say, like if we're thinking of 5 jocks or better, like, I think my favorite episodes, like, the favorite movies we watched, Truck Turner, Order of the Black Eagle, and Detention for me are, like, the 3 that could be there. Like if I think of the movies I would most want to watch that we've watched out of everything, it's probably those 3.
Oh.
You know, and obviously Robot Jocks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean-
but I mean, we're not gonna start declaring stuff.
Arena,
6 jocks
Mega
or anything.
Cop, Xanadu.
Yeah.
Can't stop the music.
Sorry, I missed that episode.
It was
Sorry,
pretty
you all
good.
missed that.
It was
was-
eye-awakening moment.
But I mean, that's how I look at it. Is like if I was gonna sit down and watch a BMFcast movie, those would be the ones I'd probably pick
Sure.
out of the batch. So there you go. Anyway, next up, he says, "Have you ever watched a movie so shitty it deserved more than 5 bags?" And Forbidden Zone, we actually did declare for a while as being the Forbidden Zone, but we never put anything else in the Forbidden Zone with Forbidden Zone.
No, and I think
Well-
we've calmed on that, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it.
No.
a little.
No.
That movie
absolutely
has enough
not.
fans that it's real, and generally we avoid stuff that we know we're just gonna suffer through, like you know, like Manos, as we've brought up plenty of times.
Yeah.
We'll never do an episode on Manos because we'll just be sitting here going, "Oh, he's driving again, fuck," you know, and nobody wants to listen to that. We don't want to listen to that, so.
But I mean, it's even been a while since we gave something 5 bags, like across the board. There have been a couple of 5 bags, but like universally hated hadn't happened.
God, has it been like since Theodore Rex?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say there was something else that came along that I know we all really hated that last Cuba Gooding Jr. movie, Endgame or whatever, that was shot like on a PXL 2000 or whatever. But
Yeah, Endgame was pretty bad.
I hate most of August.
you're alone in
You're
that.
right.
my friend.
You have hate in your
hate
heart.
We get Food
dogs.
Fight.
Huh?
Oh, Food Fight. Yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah, Food Fight. Yeah,
Okay.
Did we all 5 bags that one?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Good job in the live stream chitty chat, Loki 800. Nice
Oh.
job.
Thanks. Encyclopedia Brown.
I was not here, but Flintstones and Viva Rock
Encyclopedia.
Vegas got
Yeah,
pretty.
that was shit.
Got some pretty bad punishment.
That was some punishment, huh?
Thanks, Walt. Son of a bitch.
He suffered with us. That was the
best part.
I know.
Yeah.
Walter, our son of a bitch dinosaur.
Yep. But yeah. So
right, what else
and
on
he asked if what we've got that was zero jocks bags. We've kind of covered that before. We've had a few.
We've
where
had to
we're
draw
like,
hard lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, 'cause
if you listen to any of them where we're like one bag or one jocks, we're
It's
generally
pretty close,
wavering
yeah.
pretty close.
Yeah.
But we refuse to allow zeros.
Yeah,
So
we basically
fuck up
boil
the
it down to it. Look, if it's on the line, it's 1 or 1. But would you recommend it or would you not
Yeah.
recommend it?
Are you more likely to?
Yeah.
Because like a one jocks movie, I'm probably not going to recommend. A one bags movie, I'm probably not going to recommend. I'm probably not going to try to foist it on someone.
But a one
so.
jocks movie probably has a scene in it that you
Yeah.
can go.
Yeah.
You should watch that.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's a good way to delineate
Yeah.
it.
Well, and I think we've hit the point where we have so many movies that we've done where we're like, yeah, fuck yeah. That it's kind of like when you get one jocks, it's like, yeah. If you've seen everything else,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you might want to.
That's what I need to do. I need to cull. We have a spreadsheet that has all of our ratings and stuff on it. I need to cull a list of my like 3 jocks and up movies,
to share.
just so I have a list to share.
Yeah.
Laminate it on a card. And
Yeah, just to hand it out. Like here, hey, what bad movie should I watch? This one.
Yeah.
I can
What
make
should I
that
stay
happen,
away
sir.
I can
easily
too.
make that happen.
answer one of those, things that are like, you want 50 free business cards?
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get them from work.
Oh, okay, there
I
you
can
go.
get them double-sided, glossy color.
There you
whatever.
go.
Yeah.
I can also tell you which terrible movies Walt liked more than you guys.
I know that spreadsheet is mighty.
Yeah.
You
It is
can
pretty
extract
useful.
a lot of data
Mighty.
from that.
All right, what else we got? He's got more questions.
He also said, have you ever considered doing a theme month where you watch a movie and then the reboot to compare them, i.e. Total Recall?
No, because usually if something has a reboot, it means the original one has some merit in
Yeah.
somebody's eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's, just to nip that one in the bud.
And-
Because
yeah,
I think
and
he's got
there's-
more questions.
Yeah, and there's cases where we've tried,
Yeah.
like we've done like maybe second half. We're like, yeah, we watched this related thing because we knew we were going to be doing this episode.
Right.
But
Quick hit. Was
not too often.
Was the original Wicker Man any good? Does anybody
It's
know?
considered a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
at the
it's
time.
considered okay.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
checking.
but,
moving on.
Yeah.
yeah.
But man.
And he said he was
Butt man.
he was going to ask if we've ever had a guest host. And then he listened to the show that had Wacky Walt the Wonder Watcher.
Yeah.
And he said, nope. I guess you have. We've had a few. We haven't had
few.
many lately.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
a guest host.
You were you were briefly.
Yeah.
I just haven't left.
Here are Cato.
Yep.
He says, thanks again and keep up the good work. Sent from a surprisingly decent hotel in Missouri. So thanks, Freddie.
Good job with that.
Yeah.
So
They show you to your room.
Does he check in as Mr. Flapjacks?
Hello. I have a reservation
It's a-
under Flapjacks.
Frederick Flapjacks
the third.
Esquire.
So maybe it's under Ted. Ted. Little
Yes.
Teddy Pooh.
All right. Next up's from Kyle. This email's titled "Ice Cube, the most dangerous man on Mars." You know what he's about to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, BMFcast, Kyle here with another suggestion. John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. Yes, it's a Carpenter film, but this is not a good movie. But it's an awesome movie. Why is it awesome? Because this movie has Ice Cube as the most wanted man on Mars, Desolation Williams. I had no idea that his name in that
Wow.
movie is Desolation Williams.
Yeah.
You just sold me on this movie. The routine prisoner transfer of Desolation Williams coincides with a mining incident that has released the warrior ghosts of Mars' former inhabitants. Cube and Natasha Henstridge must battle miners possessed by warrior Martian ghosts who are led by a guy who looks like he's cosplaying as Marilyn Manson. Prepare yourselves for beheadings, spear throwing, weird tribal chanting, Jason Statham, Pam Grier, and a score composed by Anthrax. And of course, Cube being Cube. Check it out. Crash and burn, pimps don't commit suicide. Actually, they might because pimping ain't easy. Kyle, a.k.a. Marvel Zombie 616 on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yep.
We sat down to watch it. It was on the docket to be watched, and I think that was back when Netflix was being a son of a bitch, like the streaming.
Oh, the broken streaming time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to go to like a DVD or something.
yeah, because we were gonna watch it because it was like John Carpenter's birthday, and it was gonna lead into Blaxploitation History Month because of Pam Grier, and we were like, this is perfect, let's do this, and we sat down, and Netflix was like, nope.
Yeah.
So
Man.
we watched
Yeah.
some
when,
other garbage.
when Comcast was like, give us the money.
Right,
Ha,
yeah.
ha, ha.
Man, I must not have been here because I don't remember that
No,
at
you were.
all.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We went. That
So
might
we
have
never
been,
even got it started.
No.
Okay.
It just wouldn't.
That's probably
work.
why I don't remember. it.
Yeah. You just never even got the
Well,
first
you know
frame.
what? We need to watch it then.
Sure.
Man,
Need to come back. Make it happen.
Okay.
that box art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Give me
also
some of
like the
that
DVD box
Jason
art too.
Statham.
Yeah.
Because God, it still makes me mad thinking about like so many early 2000s movies where they're just like, let's just remake the awesome poster into something shitty.
Yeah. Just put everyone's heads on it.
Poor Bill Murray had the worst DVD covers of all time done to him. Like just weird airbrush, like
Just
not
inflicted on
not
him.
human Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Like so many of them.
It's always the same head.
Yeah.
Just here he is on a clock in Groundhog Day, and here he is in stripes. And it's just
Yeah.
like, come on. Yeah.
All right. You want to go and play a voicemail?
Sure.
Hey, casters, just listened to your last episode of August, and you said that seems like everyone calls you from the highway. But guess what? I'm driving down 79 South in West Virginia. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I have a yellow lab, a pug who snorts on every inhale and exhale, and a codependent cat. Driving with me in my Ford F-150. Have a great day.
All right, man.
I wish I knew who that was, but thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's great.
You could at least start with like a breaker.
Yeah.
West Bygone, Virginia.
This is Big Dogs.
Strange pet traveler.
Breaker
The
19.
pet
This is lots of dogs. Come on.
I could get your dog there for you. But you got to play by my rules. Don't ask any questions.
I want to know how the dogs liked Doggist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please write back.
Next time you were in
Via
your
telephone.
truck, call us.
Yeah. And if the cat was offended by Bailey,
Yeah.
Yes.
who hated.
Write back via
Hated
telephone
cats.
at 9105-BMF
Mm-hmm.
or 9105.
If any of you are in cars right now, call us because that's the only time anyone calls us.
Call us via email at 910bmfcast.com.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to wrap it up this week.
Okay.
Steve like the bird heron.
Oh, good.
Steve says, BMFcast.
Hey!
Steve like the bird. You know the drill. So I have two things to say about Wanted, Dead, or Alive. One, first, as someone who plays the harmonica, I appreciate the ungodly amount of harmonica on the soundtrack. So much harmonica. Can't argue that, Steve.
Yeah.
B, there's a kid in my Spanish class named Rucker. And when I met him, I said, like Rucker Hauer? He said, yeah, I was named after him.
Yeah!
Holy shit, he has the coolest parents ever.
Yeah, he does.
How do you know him? Blade Runner, man. And then he thought I was talking about that Olympics guy with no legs. And I had to explain it was a movie. Oh, Rutger, you son of... You see what I'm...
Steve's seen things, man. Like
You
tears in
see
the
it-
rain.
you're-
Man, Steve
I
is
can't
fighting
even-
the fight.
God, that makes me angry.
Yeah.
God damn it, Steve. You see, I'm what a 40-year-old writes a teenager to be like. It was a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Speaking of Wanted, Dead, or Alive stream, I got a couple of movies to recommend.
All
First,
right.
with Gene Simmons, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. This movie is, well, pretty fucking bad. Watch the first 5 minutes, see if it's BMFcast worthy. Most likely not, but it's worth a shot. But now for my real recommendation, Outland. This movie stars a post-Zardos but pre-Never Say Never Again Sean Connery, who plays a sheriff on a colony in Jupiter. Sean Connery in a space western, from the director of Time Cop. It seems like the perfect BMFcast movie, right? It's on YouTube, see if it's BMFcast worthy, probably better than Phantom of the Park. I must fly away, keep on fighting the good fight for that goddamn movie club. Crash and burn, Steve like the bird out, sent via Meat Tub. Is that a live stream joke or did that make the actual?
That was
live
after the
stream
show ended.
Okay.
Yeah. So
one of our
we
many
don't know.
Tumblrs.
exclusive joke.
I wish I could even remember where Meat Tub came from.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We have a Tumblr called Meat Tub.
Meat tub.
Is there anything on the Meat Tub Tumblr?
No, hell no.
not.
Thanks.
I'm waiting. What I'm doing
You're
is
gonna find
I'm
a Google
collecting.
search. Somebody's gonna email us a tub full of meat. It's gonna happen.
I'm
And I'm
collecting
gonna look at it and go,
images.
"Oh, sweet Jesus, no, no, Meat Tub,
Somebody's gonna mail us a tub full of meat.
no."
All right.
Was it? Were we talking perhaps about those like tubs of pulled pork that you can get from the deli section?
I just
grocery
whenever
store.
you say it, I picture like a porcelain tub filled
Yeah.
with meats.
Yeah,
Just like you walk into some serial killer's house and there's just
Like
steaks
a
in
tub
there.
of ground beef.
I'm thinking you got like a claw foot bathtub with like an upside down cow, with, like so it has legs and legs.
No, this is horrible. No.
I'm just.
A cow's just resting.
Yeah.
He's just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Is it better if the cow's all cut up and put in the tub?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on what
Yeah.
you need.
All right.
We would love to kiss a phantom. Never mind. It's got to. No.
Oh,
So Outland,
Responding to the.
I think Outland's come up before.
might have. It might be too long.
Yeah,
It's kinda okay.
Yeah, I remember it being kind of slow. Like I tried to watch it because it was
Yeah.
always on my list of like, why have I never watched this?
It
Because
is.
I've heard
Yeah,
I've
most likely it's because it's 112 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
See, I've heard good things about like space science of the time that like a lot of movies weren't doing that where they were dealing with vacuums and things like that properly. And
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, look, Outland did it right.
Yeah.
No sound and vacuum.
Yeah, it's
Space
kinda,
is trying to kill you.
that movie's kind of all right. I saw it maybe like 10 years ago. I kind of just remember it being kind of all right.
Yeah, and maybe it's one of those cases of like, if we're going to do that, we might do Zardos before we do that. But I don't know why we've avoided Zardos. Probably because everybody's done Zardos at this point.
I'll tell you why off here.
Yeah.
Although there's a Sean Connery movie that came out today on Blu-ray called Meteor, where it's just
Meteor.
a 70s movie where a giant meteor crashes into the earth.
Crashes into the earth.
It's fucking terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's everyone. I mean, like Henry Fonda's in it and a bunch of people. They're all just cashing paychecks, and it's bad. I mean, it's really embarrassing. Like,
I've at least seen Zardos.
okay,
I mean, you?
no,
No? Am I
No,
the only one
I've
here?
avoided seeing Zardos.
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Zardis.
I know a lot of stuff about the Zardos.
All right, cool. Anywho.
I know about like the worship the gun, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I know stuff about it. I just never said it.
I know there's a blue box with a.
It's a TARDIS.
Yeah, oh.
Zardos.
Oh, that's what I've been getting wrong about this whole fucking Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, it's not a Zardis.
Yes, it's actually Sean Connery in a mankini.
That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that the new Doctor's Scottish too.
Right.
Right.
Sean Connery.
Would you like to independently tell us about our contact information?
Nah.
I get it.
No.
Scottish independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did that happen?
They're voting. Email us at.
They're voting.
They're voting. They're putting it to the vote.
I'll punch you.
He'd put you in the face. Anyhow, if you want to get in contact with us, send email to bmf@bmfcast.com. Check out our website, which is bmfcast.com. On the right-hand side, there's a bunch of buttons that will get you to all of our social media things. There's also a little Amazon search box, so if you need to buy something from Amazon, search through there, and they will give us a little tip for sending you
And special note,
them.
thank you to whoever bought like a bunch of GoPros.
Yeah, somebody bought a bunch of video
through our
equipment.
link, because
Yep.
holy shit, you just paid for a whole boatload of hosting. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
We
Wherever
live
you are.
for another few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever have, that's a good thing. I'm sure they were buying it for like business purposes or something. But like, yeah, if your companies are like, we're gonna order something on Amazon, be like, hey, I got it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
Whoever
helps
it
us
is,
out.
thank you.
Because every penny counts. We are but poor podcasters. I can't even afford a razor, as you can see.
That's gross.
me neither.
Yeah. Anyhow, so use the links for our socials. Use the Amazon box for your purchases. And if you want to get in touch with us via the telephone, if you happen to be driving down a highway by yourself with 3 dogs and 9 cats, give us a call, 910-5-JOCKS-BMF or 910-556-9263. That is the Garfield phone hotline, BMFcast hotline. And leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as we are available.
Yes.
I mean, no.
We'll just
Since
read
we're
it
available
on
to
the show
record.
or play it.
Yeah, sure.
Address
Yeah.
it on the show.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when we're available.
That's when we're available.
Yeah, when we podcast.
Yeah, whenever we feel like it.
Yep.
All right, let's get out of here, shall we?
Yes, let's.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And this is BAMFcast out. See you next week, motherfuckers.
Damn. You just got into that.
Shit.
Yeah,
Motherfucker. Has a motherfucker ever made it into the end? Good. That means I keep doing it.
Nope.
Actually,
One you
I
edited.
think maybe the one I edited.
Yes. Which episode was
That
that?
didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was Bailey's Billions.
Okay, I'll go
That
listen to
wasn't
the
a thing.
end of Bailey's Billions.
Yes, I remember the sound quality was not up to par on that
Actually,
episode.
All the music was loud because I didn't show you my tricks.
Oh,
magical tricks.
I thought you had showed him all the
some of
tricks.
them.
That's
He
why you
knew-
let him do
He
things.
knew a couple.
He doesn't want to be replaced.
I kind of do. I betted a fuckload of these things.
Damn.
Mary.
Steve, like the bird heron, if you're still listening, you should call the Garfield phone and play the harmonica for us.
Dude, yes.
Play action replay for us via the harmonica.
I've got harmonica around here somewhere.
Or
AKA
Red
our
River-
theme song.
yeah.
I've got one too.
Which we've kind of
Or Red
appropriated as our
Everybody
theme song.
has a harmonica laying around somewhere.
Well, I mean, I've got all this musical shit in here, so it's somewhere.
Steve like the bird.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Why would you do that to
It's
Steve?
stuck in my fucking head.
Don't do that
Like
to
every
Steve.
time I hear Steve like the bird, it goes, Steve like the bird. I don't know, man.
No.
I just get,
No.
what is that, Nelly Furtado?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
I get
I will not
Nellied.
stand for this.
And Nelly Frittata. It's really good.
Yeah, it's
Eggs
the little
and
eggs
all
and
that kind of stuff.
eggs and birds and
Eggs and bird eggs.
and bird.
Yes.
Bird eggs.
bird eggs. Bird
Eggs.
eggs.
Bird eggs.
We're fucking idiots.
It's a street sweep.
I love that we completely
Going
glossed
down,
over
baby.
doing Kiss
My
Meets
street
Phantom of the
on
Park.
Sweet
Because I don't think anybody wants to
Nelly
do
Furtado.
that movie.
I know.
I've heard really terrible things about it.
Terrible. I mean, it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's got bits where you're just like,
Yeah.
it is not. It doesn't feel like a TV movie.
Yeah.
It's out there. I mean, Kiss was fucking weird, man.
Yeah, they put out comic books with blood and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, all their songs are like disco and just like I wanna love you. You know, it's like, but you're bloody.
I wanna
My favorite thing. My favorite thing about Kiss is when they tried to do the thing where like they took off all their makeup and like, yeah, we're just dudes, and then that lasted for like one album. Everyone's like, we don't want to look at you.
Yeah.
Your
Put
music's
that
kinda
fucking makeup
shitty.
back
Yeah.
on.
We really only come here
Oh,
because, like,
yeah,
you're
they're-
pre-Guar.
Your demon.
They're not anything that you want to look at. Like,
In the UK, are they snog?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Are we
hilarious.
still live?
It's a great
Yeah.
joke.
Well, yes.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
good night,
Still
everyone.
alive?
Hey, everybody.
Farewell.
Alive. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night,
We're turning
everybody.
it off
See you
now.
later.
Or you may be dying.
See you
but
next
still
week.
alive.
BMFcast will return in